3, 2, 1. Hello everyone, welcome to the 21st episode of the Mr. Got Chocolate Talks. We are the Mr. Got Chocolate Endeavors, and Chris! And this is our podcast.
What up?
Boys, how are you?
I'm confused. If you ask me how I am right now, I'm confused.
You're confused,
yeah,
explain.
we definitely didn't have to talk. How did you sucker me into that?
Into talking?
Into clapping.
Clap.
Because I knew you'd go along with it.
It's like yawning, you know? It's contagious.
Yeah.
I hate you.
Good. Excellent.
We're in the same room!
Yeah, we're in the same room.
First time ever.
All together.
Here we are.
I almost forgot we were in the same room.
Yeah.
This is the first time.
I believe it.
Kind of wild.
We're in the same room. We did some work.
Yep.
And our man Chris is here.
Yes.
In case you already forgot. Hi guys.
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't know, a loop.
Yeah.
Chris.
Somehow this is the Groundhog Day episode.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Chris, tell everyone what you do.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here with you guys.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I'm Chris. I'm a videographer. Shot their music video yesterday. Came out sick. You guys got to check it out when it's done. And but yeah, that's my job.
Oh yeah.
It's a whole video about spreading COVID. That's why it came out sick.
We're staying.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
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 It's just us coughing on people.
Take off those masks.
Cough on my face.
Just a liberal hoax. Yeah.
And that's what brought us all together. Nice.
Honestly, yeah. Just our
Tyler's been stabbed.
Yeah, Tyler just got
Got
stabbed.
stabbed.
Yeah,
Dude.
Got it. The second one.
He did it.
Our boy got stabbed.
Don't feel like shit yet. We'll see.
Oh,
It's like,
Oh,
Fauci ouchie.
It's
been 9 hours
to getting stabbed.
So we'll see what happens.
Okay. How you? Yeah. You've been feeling good, right? You've been feeling.
I've been feeling okay. It's better than the first time. No puking of the brains out. So that was pretty sick.
Was it how was the puking the first time?
It wasn't like intense puking of the brains out. Just like a quick little like, hey, something's wrong.
Okay.
Then I fell asleep, so it was fine.
I'm sorry.
It happens. Hopefully I don't wake up tomorrow and feel like shit. But I probably will. We'll see.
You know what probably helped that? Culver's and Giordano's pizza.
Oh, absolutely.
And we've
Nothing
had
like Chicago deep dish.
Delicious.
The best.
So okay.
Yes.
Excuse my French.
Yeah.
Is it Midwest? Is it Midwestern or is it Chicago style pizza? What we had?
Oh, definitely Chicago style.
Okay.
Yeah, Chicago style deep dish is like.
I'm impressed because it's like an actual pie.
Yeah. 100%.
2-inch thick pizza. That's ridiculous.
It's pretty unnecessary, but.
No, but I
why
like
they do
it. Again, it's like it's a combination of a calzone and a pizza. Although usually you think, oh, it's a calzone for the most part. No, this one looks like a pie.
Yes.
But
yeah,
I don't know. There's more to it.
You know where we need to go when you
Yes.
come is Grimaldi's, where you had the calzone.
Oh yeah, dude. That was some dank shit.
Where was that?
You were there.
Yeah, I know,
The
but
pizza place in Sugarland.
okay.
Is that Houston?
Yeah.
Okay.
They have a couple locations, but dude, it's the best. It's so good.
So would that place even be considered a Chicago style?
No, not at all.
Right? If it's
New
in
York
Houston.
style. It's straight New York.
Yeah.
Okay.
The far superior. There, I said it. My address is.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, deep dish though is like the.
My bad.
I don't
Anyway.
understand the war. I mean, pizza. It's all. I think it's all pretty yummy. I definitely have a texture thing. Like I like some textures of pizza better than others. But like, I mean, even like, I think a more well done deep dish could be even dank too. A little crunchier.
I mean, dude, despite the crunch, though, I could only do a deep dish like once every long while if it was available to me wherever I am. Even if that was an option, like once every month or something.
True.
It's the spiritual brother to poutine in the pizza world. We were talking about that. It's
exactly.
All of that is there in its own way.
Or like a Philly cheesesteak.
Exactly. Yeah. These are all friends that'll murder you in your arteries.
Is this something from Looney Town?
Yeah.
It's one of them.
Or La La Land.
Did you pay with your loonies?
Your loony?
And your toonies?
How many
Probably
toonies
more
do you
toonies.
loony?
How many toonies to wait, there's two loonies
Two loonies.
and a toonie.
And a toonie. So two.
There you
So
go.
that many.
Nice. Dude,
That's ridiculous.
Saw some dollar bills today, though. That was amazing. Real live paper dollars.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you see his footage of
well, you
me
didn't
looking like a drug dealer? For
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
take no prisoners.
That was a good moment. I'm glad Dude, thank you, Chris, for being here.
Yeah,
man. It was
Oh my
good.
God.
It was a good
course.
fucking shoot. It was a
really
good
fun.
everything.
I can't
man.
wait for you to leave. No, I'm playing.
Yeah, of
You're
course.
welcome to come out with us whenever you want.
Yeah,
Come to
it is.
shows. Come
Whenever
out,
touring is a thing again.
come get some COVID.
Come get some code. Yeah.
You know
that'd
I'm
be
all
good.
about that COVID.
Oh, hell yeah.
Bro.
Now, so how many? I asked you this in person, but how many music videos have you done?
I don't remember off the top of my head. But you know, I'd say maybe like 10 or something like that.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Nice.
Could it be more? Could be less. I haven't really.
So that's quite a few hours.
You know,
No, yeah.
I'm like, you know, kind of on my way. You know.
Yeah.
Like getting the momentum's like starting to go. You know, up,
Well, like
up and
especially
coming.
having like your own gear and lighting and kind of your own
Yeah.
Yeah.
techniques you're going for.
Yeah.
Like you came in with a list of shots that you wanted to get.
Yeah.
It was smooth as hell, man. There was nothing left to question. You knew what you needed. It was great,
Yeah.
man. Great.
Thanks. Yeah. I mean, just want to make you guys look cool. And
appreciate that.
you know, Craig picked an awesome venue to shoot that at. That was
Yeah.
really.
Oh yeah.
That was a
That
good
was a big
find.
part.
That was a good
big
find.
part of the magic there.
Fuck yeah, dude.
It's a good collaboration. You know?
It just
How
works.
did you find it?
We will not disclose this
I'm not gonna
location.
give anybody.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
No,
No,
there's
No
fine.
cool videos for anyone else.
No.
Only.
I actually wasn't gonna mean it that way. I meant more like advertising for the site of which.
Yeah,
that I
yeah, yeah.
find
No,
these
but
things.
just on a
I'm
site
kidding. No,
or-
no. Totally. There's a site. I believe it was called Gigmaster, and Gigmaster is pretty much this. Oh man, it's something like that. But it
Gigster.
finds Gigster, and it finds local or not local. It finds venues all over. I can definitely say the United States, but I don't know about the world. But definitely the States that like you pretty much put in. Okay, so like this is my location. This is the type of venue. So for example, I was looking for industrial slash. Yeah, I think it was just industrial slash something. I can't remember. And then like there were other ones
Fine
like
dining.
there's theaters, there's dance halls, there's I think there was like bowling alleys, like just this long ass list of like spots that you could just rent. And then the last thing was like what's your budget? Like how much are you looking to pay per hour kind of deal? And it was just this weird coincidence of finding the perfect place where every single aspect was something we could totally work with. And at this point I've only seen through Chris's video thing on his camera while you're getting somebody else's shots or whatnot, but it's just everything is fucking working, man. It just works so well. I'm so stoked. It's
Yeah.
it's gonna be a hell of a video.
I think my favorite was the one where you can hear Will asking for a rug.
Oh yes, we forgot things like we always do. No,
We did pretty good.
No, it was considering the amount of gear we took, the fact that we were short one drum rug, which we were able to perfectly find.
Like perfect.
you can
You know.
can remedy that multiple ways. So yeah, there was no rug, but
There,
I
there
definitely
was
asked it
certainly
out
a
loud.
piece of plywood. Yeah, man.
There may or may not have been blood on the end of those nails.
Yeah, that's true.
yeah.
What with the price of lumber these days?
Well, you know, man.
Wow.
They had
Wow.
Fallon there the other day. You know, he's probably doing some wild shit with that bloody plank.
I wonder.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch, we're gonna see those videos later and we're gonna be like, hey,
Yeah.
That's my
Yeah.
spot.
Hey. Yeah.
Bro, but wait, I thought of another question
All right,
for
let's hear
Chris this time.
Yeah.
Do you like so you've done like more or less 10 videos so far. Do you stick to a genre sometimes, like for music videos, or do you?
Well, I mean, my background is like in metal, so a lot of the bands have been like metal bands or punk bands or, you know, things of that, you know, extreme, you know, music category. So yeah, I guess I would say that that's kind of the niche that I kind of fall into, you know.
Cool.
But, you know, I'm an open book, you know. I'll do like a death metal music video one day and then film a wedding the next day, you know. So it's like complete contrast, and that's what makes the job fun. You know, I get to hang out in my music scene, which, you know, I care so much about. You know, it's like one of my first passions, but it's also allowed me to kind of venture out and do all kinds of other things that I would never expected, which is great because, you know, I've been a very gunmetal gray kind of guy for a long time, so it's nice to kind of expand the palette a little bit, you know, and try some new flavors out. And
awesome.
Video is kind of my way of doing that. So.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Goddamn, do I hear you on that one?
Now, if someone offered you a country video or something weird, like film a symphony, would you do any of that stuff? Whatever?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, yeah. I mean, a symphony, that would be sick.
That would be
Pop
so rad.
music, something ridiculous, though?
Yeah,
Multiple
I mean, you know.
location. Well, you said
if they're a serious artist, you know, and it's like a good track, sure, yeah. You know, if they have a cool, like, fun concept or something like that, or that would be, I'd be down, like, if they're serious about it, for sure.
Of course.
You heard it here, folks. Hire this man.
Any and all.
Yeah, dude.
Now, I guess the other thing to mention is that we're in Chicago, but you are also not from Chicago. You flew in for this event as well.
That's right. Yeah, I flew in from BWI Airport in Baltimore, Maryland. Yeah, it was a pretty quick flight. I mean, I guess with the time zone difference, it was only like an hour or something.
Yeah.
You know, so like, at least on paper, but... Yeah,
so the total was 2 hours, right?
Yeah.
The flight itself was like 2, and
it was so fast.
You gotta wait on the plane. You gotta get your bag.
The flight was nothing, obviously, but like, you know, there was just the logistics, you know, of like, you know, getting the gear here was like kind of the tricky part. You know?
Well, mailing stuff here was smart, man.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
And that was really quick.
Yeah.
How far in advance did you mail that?
Last week, like on Thursday or like Wednesday last week.
Okay.
Yeah, so just wanted to make sure everything got here on time, because, you know, that would have sucked. Show up and, you know, missing stuff.
Well, there's no cameras, but
right, hey, we got the talent. Can you spare like a few days?
Yeah.
Set up today? Can we?
But it was a good experience for me, because a lot of the jobs that I do usually are home locally, so I could just drive there.
Oh, okay.
But, you know, this was a new obstacle that I had to figure out how to overcome, so it's good to, you know, get more of these under my belt, because that's great, because I would love to be able to just travel anywhere in the world and do any kind of job and get whatever kind of equipment I need and know how to do it every time, you know, and just like have like a workflow, you know, you're building your system.
Well, that's everything in like the whole field, is you do it, and every time you learn something to handle the situation a little bit better.
Yep.
Eventually,
and that's what it's all about.
Yeah, like bringing strings.
Yep. Now you know. Next music video, you'll probably have an extra pair of strings. You know,
eagle-eyed
you want to talk
I'm
about
saving this.
what happened there?
All right, so I was saving this. I told them.
Yeah.
I don't know if I told Will, but I told these two. I was saving to tell you, because I want your reaction on the podcast. By the end of it, I broke 2 strings.
Oh, you fuck. Yeah. You fuck. No.
Like literally the last like 4 to 5 takes, which were obviously, they were all like behind and stuff. Dude, the A string went too. Brand new D'Addario NYXLs. I put them on the day, so 2 days ago. 1 day later.
$16 strings.
This is not a satisfying
Shredded the gnar too hard.
Yeah.
No, I'm pissed. So
could have been Could have been somehow like the way you set them up. Or?
No, it's the guitar.
Okay.
Yeah, the guitar's the bridge to the actual saddle.
It's a hard angle.
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
Yeah.
Because that's why they snap right there at the bridge. And so it's just a hard tension. So I guess I'm gonna have to use the Ernie balls on that guitar. Because they
sound like shit.
I know, but they swear they're unbreakable, bro.
Yeah. I mean, that and between your, you know, not to get, but your sweat thing, like, that's going to save
Which has gotten better, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I started actually, like, taking a medication on it, because they said it was either that or a surgery. So I have hyperhidrosis, which is where my hands sweat, like, profusely.
It's when 3 metal blades come out of your hand.
Fun fact, one of the more natural cures for it is marijuana. But
this is clearly not working.
But I started taking this like pretty low dosage, and they're like, just take it like once a day, and like it'll actually kind of calm it down. They said the worst case, they actually will cut the sweat glands that go to your hands.
Oh my god!
Yeah, they're up here in your chest, and they just go in.
Where does it go?
I don't know where your sweat glands stem from.
No, but like, okay, so you cut sweat glands.
Wait, there's so much going on right now.
Your palm is where the...
Okay, but I mean, still, like, it's got to go somewhere, if not to your palm, right? It would need to...
No, they just kind of tie the tubes, right? Your hands wouldn't sweat ever.
No, but not...
Okay, but that sweat goes somewhere else. So you sweat through another part of your body?
Right?
the logic.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't think about that.
Logically, you would sweat, but through another part of your body.
Just imagine
It's not like
his ears just start watering like.
I never even thought about that. And you know what? That surgery I remember talking about was like 10 to 12 years ago. So it may have changed since then.
so.
They had some failures.
Yeah.
Some ear sweat.
Some people exploded.
Yeah.
But so no, that's gotten better.
Okay.
And you see me, I wipe my guitars now.
Yes,
every time I
a lot,
play them.
a lot.
And so but it's a real thing. Ever since I've been doing that, my neck always feels better because sweat and dirt doesn't build up on it.
Yep.
The strings don't rust like near as long, and it's just better. To fun fact, taking care of your guitars.
Cleaning it, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Yeah.
Who knew?
Maybe.
Wouldn't know.
Yeah, wouldn't know. All my shit's broke, destroyed. No, I love that guitar.
Yeah, you remember the end of the music video when we destroyed all the gear? It's just gone now.
I know. We gotta start fresh.
I made a comment to someone, and I was like, there was that fire hose there, and I was like, yo, we should just grab that and just spray all the gear.
Make sure everything's clean. You know.
Yeah.
Before it even leaves.
Yeah,
Actually, if it got wet, I bet by the time we got to the door, it would have been covered in dirt.
Wait, the gear?
Any of it.
Okay.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
That was a sooty location.
Very sooty.
Very sooty. The shower
Yeah.
came in very nice.
Yeah.
As well as the Denny's.
Oh.
Yo, the real saver that day, the air conditioning.
Oh my
Nobody
god.
forget.
Yeah.
If they didn't turn that on, we would have died.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. Like I
Pretty
didn't.
gross.
At first, I think it would have been okay for like the first few hours, maybe.
Maybe.
But like more than like 5 hours
Yeah.
plus of being there.
Yeah, it started raining, and I just had to go outside and just stand in the rain for a couple minutes.
Yeah, it was so cool.
I was like, oh man, dude, it's gonna be really brutal if it's gonna be this hot all day.
Yeah. Yeah.
We did the group shots, and then we did me, and then we did the group shots again, and then by the time we went on to someone else, I was like, I am so fucking hot. I'm like, I can't fucking breathe. Like,
Yeah.
so fun fact.
Make sure your AC's on.
Yeah.
Always
Next music video.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's what you need. You need a little bit of cash, a plane ticket, AC, and a smoothie, and Chris will be on his way to
Yeah.
There we
just
There you
like
go.
that.
There you go.
I didn't even know Denny's
funny.
made smoothies.
I
until
didn't
you-
either.
So what was that? The smoothie you got? Was it mango or peach?
Mango smoothie
Oh.
from Denny's.
Was it good?
Not bad.
Nah,
All
that's
right.
great.
All right.
For a Denny's, he's pretty good.
Okay, maybe that instead of the milkshake. Got it.
Waffle House.
No, Denny's makes a damn
Milkshake
good
was
milkshake.
probably-
No, it
dude.
was
I can't complain.
It was a
That
good
shit-
milkshake.
Yeah.
What was
I
that,
downed
cookies
it.
and
Damn,
cream?
bro,
It was
you
Oreo.
down the
Oreo,
whole
nice.
Okay, so here you guys. Okay, I was not. I actually didn't feel that hot during the day, but I'm thinking like, damn, yeah, I like.
You worked.
It was
You
warm,
worked.
you know
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
But
yeah.
like I'm saying, like at other gigs, I've definitely been sweating more.
Yeah.
Even though like we play a 40-minute or whatever 50-minute set,
Yeah.
but I guess the energy's different.
It's
But yeah,
Yeah.
I did down the Oreo milkshake super quickly. So
The thing with playing
maybe
sets, though, is like,
yeah.
that shit's hot, bro. All the lights and...
yeah,
Just sweaty humidity in the air.
Yeah.
that. And
I don't think anyone's
the
ever
suits.
been on stage performing and been like, I need a sweatshirt. Like, get a little chilly.
A little chilly, yeah, no.
what if we perform in like Norway or like
It's like
in
Metallica
Finland?
played in Antarctica.
Like, They were wearing like,
Oh, they were
shirts.
definitely.
Like,
They were in a climate control bubble.
Really?
If you look up pictures, so it was them, their crew, and then I think a group of 40 people, 50 people, something like that. They brought out for that to be the
Yeah.
only band to play on all seven continents.
Yeah.
And so inside. They're in this climate control bubble, like literally a bubble that it's the wildest shit.
And it was it all like a. It was like a movable thing, like that. They
I have no idea.
set it up and then they
I know
tore it
the
down.
whole crowd was the scientists that work in Antarctica.
That's
Okay.
pretty interesting.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like I mean,
There weren't like fans.
Whiskey's mush. We need to get to the Metallica show.
Okay, well, that sparks the question. Can you just go to Antarctica?
Yes. Yes, you can, but you have to like figure out your way to get there.
Do you need a passport?
No, because no country owns it. It's like a bunch
Not
of
yet.
territories.
Not yet.
Wait, did you say oil?
Yeah, exactly.
No. Soon, all you need is an American.
All right, watch, bro. Here's what's gonna happen. We need to go down there, claim it as mystical land,
Oh shit!
and then
Santa's workshop.
And then-
This capital.
when
yeah.
when the sun supernovas and consumes Mercury and Venus, but not Earth, but it becomes too hot for humans to live, we will be able to live because it'll just melt into normal temperatures.
Yeah, this
and
is.
Yeah.
mystical land will become the only place. Everyone's gonna want to come, like all 8 billion people, and we're gonna be like, $6 entry fee, and
Or-
6 times 8 billion is many Williams. You could be a Williamaire.
You would literally
That-
need to be a Williamaire to show
We're
up.
about to make Williams the official currency. This is going to be real. The official currency of Antarctica.
I already don't like where this is going. No, I already saw this
I think you
falling
love
apart.
this.
No, this
You
is
love
horrible.
this.
The ending of that society is like, dude, forever purge. Forever purge. Let's just do that. Cut everything. Let's go watch that movie.
William, if you
Bezos gets space, we get
if
Antarctica.
you have
It's
a
that
currency
simple.
named after you, I promise you'll be able to actually get a mask with the hammer and sickle,
Sure. Yes.
and that'll be on the William.
Christ.
But I will
It'll
only
be
sell
to
it
remind
for...
people of COVID. It'll be the build with you with the hammer and sickle mask,
Oh my god.
And it'll be perfectly...
holding a drumstick,
$6.66
and a copy
just to make
of,
it,
that
tasteful,
book?
Nice and...
My,
I don't know. Oh, wait. Wait, is it my dream or my struggle? Anyway. That's the end of that one.
Tattoo
I
them
don't-
on your body.
I think the hammer and sickle, it can be better. It's just communist bugs.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? We need- oh my god.
That's on the official flag of the post-William Antarctica.
Jesus Christ.
Communist bugs.
I think my favorite thing ever done is
No,
that
I'm gonna
edit
need
you
that
made.
$6 for you to get in.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Welcome to my socialist utopia.
That edit you made where I was like, this is just like that song that plays every time you see the communist butt, and then you cut
I got you,
to
pal.
that song. Yeah. Oh man, good times.
Jokes on, jokes on,
Oh,
jokes
yeah.
Oh,
on.
good.
Oh yeah.
So what's your communist belief?
I don't know.
I believe in the all hair, the hair, bro. Bugs Bunny, the communist Bugs. He's my god.
Bugs Bunny?
No, communist Bugs Bunny.
You know,
I'm not in the loop.
It's a meme.
I don't know.
No, it's a real person, bro. It's Bugs Bunny as a communist. What's
Man,
crazy? Like,
Chris is living the American dream right now. He's doing what he loves, making a little money doing it. Communist bugs my ass. Like, you know what I mean? This guy,
Yeah, I'm trying that.
honestly.
our guy.
You know what? You're right. I'm sorry, Chris. You belong to us now. But it's.
But we belong
equally-
to you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Belong
that's a
to
good
each
point.
other.
Yes.
But we all belong
I like
to mystical
that.
land.
Yep. You can join
Yes.
us in the Antarctica, man.
For the
You're
low
welcome.
cost of
But,
$6.
but if
It's
you
always a good time.
pre-ordering is free, and you are a part just by pre-ordering. So
Yeah.
there you go.
So the album pre-order link will be available in the description of this video. Thank you.
Album. I thought we were talking about tickets to mystical land.
It's both things. Oh, they come together.
Exquisite.
I mean, could you imagine like the what is it, the top 50s when all blank amount of songs that are on the blank album are in the top at 8 billion purchases a song? Think about that.
Bro, I'd be such a Williamaire. I would.
See blanks on blanks and then referencing a blank. It's like you can't. No, a lot of people are confused. You asked me earlier how I was doing. I was confused then, and I'm still confused.
That's how you do
Well,
it.
Let's keep that train rolling.
Let's keep
but-
it rolling. Will's confused. Fuck him. Yeah.
Rule of
baby.
threes.
A roll of threes.
So after the third wave of confusion, then edibles.
Clarity.
Oh,
Clarity.
yes. Clarity and edibles, or edibles brought on by clarity. No, it's the other way around. But yeah.
You already had the edibles?
Silence. No.
Brought to you by Lagunitas.
Yeah.
Speaking of brought to you by Lagunitas, have you guys tried Manscaped?
I sure have not.
I would love to if they could just send us some.
Nah,
but
dude, I think I'm gonna buy out. I had some stocks in Manscaped, and they didn't trust me, or they
I
haven't
mean,
shown
sell
us any-
out.
Yeah, words sell out. Sure.
I have one stock in AMC that has gone up over 500%.
Do you actually have that stock?
One stock.
That is amazing.
It was purchased at $9 and something cents. It's now worth it's somewhere between 58 and 62.
Nice.
58 and 62.
Yeah.
Well, that's still bullshit because my childhood AMC shut down like a month or two ago. This thing had been there for 30 years.
Really?
Gone.
Yeah, we actually just had one go away recently, just right now too.
Stocks aren't real. Take
Wasn't there a car company called American Motor Company?
Yes.
And that's different from AMC, the movie company.
Yes.
But how did those names not clash, or did they clash? I don't know.
Business?
What?
Well, I don't know. Maybe it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. This is a question for like a business history buff.
We need a lawyer.
Yeah, type.
What does AMC stand for in the theaters?
Wow.
What is that? Yeah.
American
I own
Movie
so
Company?
much in AMC. I don't
No, I
even
bet it's
know. I'm practically the owner of
A
AMC.
movie company.
American.
Watch me look
I
it
think
up.
that's
and
it.
legit.
American Movie Company.
No. Just a movie company.
Yeah.
Not even the first one. Just a one. It's not the last one or like the third one.
It's just
It-
They're gonna change it.
Is
to
it on the podium at
TMC,
least? Probably
the movie
not.
company.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think the movie company will be their next endeavor.
No,
TMC?
500%.
No, that's also something else, isn't it? I don't know.
TNT?
TMC.
It's Dynamite.
The Mystical Chocolates.
Oh, so that's the name of the band once we break up.
Yes.
Okay, once we break up.
We were talking about that earlier.
Yeah,
How bands split off.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. What how does that happen? How does okay. Sorry, this happened with Children of Bodom.
Probably a lot of bands.
Or like a lot of bands, yeah, and then something else happened with Children of Bodom. So, but but like, so like a name that's so like kind of like, oh, that's obviously that band.
Yeah.
And then be like, oh no, just that part two.
Yeah.
That's kind of dumb. Like,
I mean,
no.
it's happened
Trying to
with
milk it.
Guns N' Roses did it.
Yeah.
what's Guns N' Roses Part 2? Which was
It was Axl with like just Axl, and
With
then he had
Buckethead.
Buckethead.
okay, but what was the name of the thing?
Guns N' Roses, and then Slash Duff and his other guy had to start a whole other band called Velvet Revolver.
Wait, so that's how that happened? They just straight up called the band that, and then Velvet Revolver just came up out of a lawsuit?
No, so there was no lawsuit. That's the
Okay.
thing, because Axl owned the rights to the name. So after everybody left Guns N' Roses,
Oh, okay.
but
So he didn't just go out on his own and then just call his new band, "Hey, I am Guns N' Roses now."
Axl
They
did.
left.
Well, they all left, yes. But he had the legal rights to the name. But he then reformed the band. Like, they put out a whole album and everything, and it was like all different musicians. He had a lot of like DJ Ashba, Buckethead, and then Bumblefoot played on it too. And then it took 3 guitarists.
I feel okay, but that kind of like technical legality thing, maybe from somebody that was born in like '97, like myself, kind of makes sense.
But, okay.
because it is that like
I guess that's-
technicality
yeah,
thing.
so that one's
but like
not as
literally
blatant.
calling it
Yeah, that's
some,
not as,
like Guns N' Roses 2, or
yeah, like
instead
some
of Guns
these
N'
other
Roses,
ones were
it's
much
the
more
Guns N'
blatant.
Roses.
Like what was the
thing.
Queensryche one?
Oh, Queensryche, and then it was Queensryche featuring Jeff Tate or something. And then they changed
That
it.
doesn't work. That how does
or
that
like-
stand?
or
How
like,
no? That
yes.
Well, yeah, well, there's 2 yeses. There's yes, and then there's like...
No.
It's yes. Yeah.
There's yes with what Steve Howe and Alan
Howe.
White.
Yeah, and...
you want another beer?
Yeah. Are you going up to grab one?
I just
See, I was
the
the
yes joke about yes part 2 being no. I really appreciate that one. I just want you to know that. And anyway, yeah.
I'm gonna kill both of you.
I think that's a good idea.
I don't think anyone else cares. who's
What
the
would
yes.
be the name of the band afterwards? What's the? Is are you gonna keep it or are you gonna?
Yeah, what is the next? Well, I guess it would be.
It's up to you. I mean, we're dead. So.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, you guys are dead. So, what would we call it?
Jeez.
That's it.
yeah.
That was the first
Again,
thing.
see that I can.
Trevor and Tyler's
I'll
Jeez.
back that up. You know what? I'll back that up from the like afterlife. I'll be like, you know what? I know it's that band. It's called G's now.
You know what? If this happens, Chris, you're just gonna have to fill in.
Hey, I wouldn't be the first time. Actually, there was a tour one time where I was doing video and like mid-tour, the vocalist had like an anxiety attack, and then like the guitar player had to go home because of something. So I ended up wearing the guitar parts and then like filling in on guitar in the middle of the tour. And then like when the vocalist left and the guitar player came back, then I became the vocalist of the band. It was crazy.
What?
Yeah.
It sounds like a tour, really unnecessary.
Just like in the middle, yeah.
Did they pay you extra?
No, but they gave us the credit card and like, all right, go ahead, finish the tour for us. So we just got to. They were like, he was like, all right, you get yourselves hotels.
Hey kid, you want a job? Here, bye.
I was like, all right, we could either just quit the tour or go home, you know, or finish it. And I was like, all right, I'll fill in. Let's do it. Let's do it, man.
That's so rad.
I don't know if I'd be able to learn all your stuff on the fly though.
Oh, it would be very hard.
Yeah, I don't know if that'd be doable.
We'll give you some notice before you
I don't think it would happen in a day. Yeah,
mid-tour, maybe not.
Do you mind what or we can talk later about the name of this band. I'm just curious what kind of music, like, was it metal? Was it?
Oh yeah.
That sounds like a hell of a thing to just do, man. That's
yeah. I don't know if I
first off, props on
throw the band on.
You have to say the name. What genre? Like what style?
They were, death metal.
Okay.
So not easy shit. Not just like G.
No, yeah.
My name is Jonas.
They were kind of like sludgy, so it was a little
24-karat magic in me.
A little slower.
Sorry. Wrong genre.
You were doing stuff like on the tour van or whatever, basically.
Yeah. Just put some headphones on and just figured
memorize the song. And
right on.
So did you fuck up a lot?
No. I nailed it.
Now, was doing the vocals harder than the guitar?
It would have been if I wasn't literally just making noises, which is what I ended up doing because, nobody could tell the difference. I was like, just making up words, and like nobody fucking knew the difference.
There's poetry in death.
It's
like proof right here.
I know a couple like the key words.
It's like later on, these guys walk up to you, they're like, "You phony."
Phony.
I heard every word you said about.
You have no idea what you're talking about.
Dude, I would just be up there talking shit on Craig all day. I'd just be like, yeah,
I love doing that.
Craig is a man, but he's really a boy.
It's a strange insult.
So we're a prog band, guys.
No. Is it prog? I don't think so.
Honestly?
Is it weird to say that? Should I not have said that out loud? Are we cutting that out of the fucking video?
What? No, you're retarded.
We are a prog band.
No, we're a prog band. I think everybody knows that.
But
I'm embarrassed about it now.
What?
Now I'm like, ugh.
We'll embrace it. That's the best genre.
Thanks.
Guys, what's prog?
Oh my god, Craig, you're fired. Get out. Now.
Am I prog?
It starts now.
You might as well just ask what is the meaning of life.
I'm going to stand by it. Ice Peak was pretty prog.
Ice Peak was very prog. I agree.
There were elements.
Shut up. I think Ice Peak was
just
prog.
Elements.
No.
It wasn't prog album.
I think it was prog.
Nah.
I think it was more. I think it was.
No,
I will say this. I think it was more prog than any fucking band that comes out today that calls themselves prog.
Us included.
Probably, actually. But the fucking
dude, I'm glad you guys are saying jokes just to be funny. At
like
this point,
Ice Peak or Periphery. Who's more prog?
Definitely Ice Peak.
Exactly.
But
they're the prog kings, bro.
In a realistic sense, what would you consider like a what do you call that? Like Killswitch. What is that called?
Killswitch is kind of prog.
No, but the genre.
Oh, metalcore.
They're like what? Like genty metalcore? Would that be a fair kind of assessment?
Who?
Of Periphery?
Dude, okay, so those guys are people. This is the hot topic, the hot button topic, and it's that gent fans will argue with this. They say gent is not a genre. Gent is a sound. So that's a genty's tune, but that's not a gent music.
Oh.
Okay. That's complete fucking bullshit. And it's because it's if you want to call it anything, okay, then it's gent metal. That's the term of it.
Well,
bro.
then there you go.
It's basically the post-hardcore
See,
scene
see.
with breakdowns, and they were like, okay, how about we do these crazier breakdowns and we steal from Tool? And they're like, okay. And then you get Tesseract.
No, okay, yeah, okay. You have like basically one.
You get Animals as leaders. You get, you know, which
Like
are talented
one
guys. don't get me
pretty-
wrong, but
One genty ostinato or like some kind of weird polyrhythm, and then you have the gent sound, which is the sound that we're talking about. And there, okay,
And Austin, what?
ostinato.
Dude, like the guys are perfect. They have
Nice.
3 guitarists.
So,
Like
what?
them and Iron Maiden have 3 guitar players, and Whitechapel.
And King Gizzard.
They
Iron
need 3
Maiden
guitars.
justifies the 3 guitars.
No, bro, they had 2. They had 2 for like 20 years, and then they were like, you know what we need?
The guy to play that third harmony. Let's do it.
Yeah. When I'm rocking this solo, who's gonna play that harmony? Oh, well, let's just hire this guy. Now he's in Maiden. He gets his own signature.
I mean, they got
Jackson.
enough fucking money to do that. Kind of shit, man.
Yeah,
You
come
know what I
on,
mean?
like.
If honestly, no money being an issue, we would have a third guitarist and a
Yeah.
standalone keyboardist.
Needed.
Like, without a doubt.
Needed.
There are enough layers to fill that,
Yeah,
for sure.
100%.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. This is some unspoken territory.
Chris, you're in the band now.
There you go, man.
There you go.
Well, we'd
How it
like to,
happens.
I'd like to officially welcome Chris as the cheerleader.
Woo!
His job is to just
That's the spirit.
stand there and look great.
Yeah.
It doesn't pay very well.
You might have to
Mostly
fill in.
beer, but you know, hey.
We know
Speaking of which, when are you going to get him this beer you've offered him?
I did that, didn't I?
You did do that.
let me finish this one up. I mean, I don't have a beer. Just like I don't have another one after this, so
You want one of my crappy Canadian beers?
I put them in the fridge.
Go for it, man. Take one.
maybe not.
Take
maybe
one.
Not. Maybe not.
You have to take one. There's too many. There's too many. Take
no,
one.
There's other beers as well.
Take one.
But
There's
it's
too
okay.
many.
Your
I need you to
hazies
take one.
from yesterday are still in that fridge.
Do whatever you want.
Thanks. So,
Got him.
uh,
You can't do that through Skype.
bro, how do you get a piece of lettuce drunk?
Go on.
How?
Take it to the salad bar.
Nice. Very good. This is
This does not pay a lot of money. No.
But-
This is
But I'll be
great-
here all week.
This
I'll
is
be
great
here.
content.
But is it Prague?
The salad bar?
I feel like that's pretty prog. There we go.
Think about it. Unexpected interruptions. You know, once we really have like a cherry tomato, once we really have a sliced tomato, you don't know what's going to come next. It's pretty
That's a
crazy.
really good point.
You know, it's a story about a piece of lettuce.
Sometimes cream cheese.
You know, a piece of lettuce having a really wild night. Sorry.
Like a doused
Didn't
in
they make a
cottage
movie
cheese?
about that?
Who?
Didn't they make a movie about that?
Who?
It's always no.
It's
Cloudy with a chance of meatballs.
Oh my gosh.
no, I was
I
thinking
forgot
of
about that.
Sausage Party.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
With
yeah,
Seth,
yeah.
Rogen.
Rogan.
Yep.
Yeah.
Rogan, yeah.
Somebody's in that movie.
There's a lot of people in that movie.
About a piece of lettuce. Wait,
There's a lot of hot dogs in that
It's
movie.
like an animated movie about grocery store.
It's like a
Yeah.
R-rated.
Yeah,
food
yeah, yeah.
cartoon.
Yeah.
Wow, I forgot about that. I don't think I saw it.
I'm sorry.
Entirely.
It's actually
I haven't seen it.
very funny. Like
I would imagine.
yes,
I would
yeah.
imagine. Yeah. Yeah.
I saw it years after it came out, and I was like, I'm really shocked this never, you know.
Well, you know what happened was they had to keep advertising all the commercials were like, this movie's rated R.
Yeah.
Don't bring your kids. And then there was this huge outpour of moms like, this movie was bad for my kids. What the fuck? You took them to an R-rated movie.
Called Sausage Party.
You know the kids were like, take me to Sausage Party.
And
You never
the
want your kids
cashier
to
was
ask to be
like,
taken
"Oh
to
God."
Sausage Party. Yeah.
Sounds fun. Sausage party, guys.
Oh my God.
Like
Silly rabbit.
tricks are
For
for
kids.
our tricks.
Our kids.
This is so good. I'm having a great time. Are you guys having a great time?
You know,
I've been better.
You don't get an answer.
word it. Sometimes I like it when I see Will through another screen instead of.
Yeah. Okay.
I miss the pixelation.
Okay, no. So hear me out. Like we miss being on tour, right? But like being on tour, you're all, like you have that moment of like, I need to be alone. I can't be with people, right? Because you've been on tour.
It happens. Yeah.
After being like a year after like COVID, it's like, oh shit. One day, no, this is too much. Wait. No, but
That's what the bathroom is for. It's your only peace time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a shit for like yeah.
Yeah, and then you look in the mirror and you go. And you just go.
Fucking do it. I can't do it.
Speaking of can't do it, Brittany, man,
Dude,
that's what she's been doing, bro. Her only peaceful time is the bathroom.
that is so sad.
Think about
What? I didn't know
What
that
are
it
you
was
talking
that bad,
about?
but she's
What?
having a rough time.
that. Yeah.
She's been having a rough time, apparently. I don't
She's
fucking
suing
know.
her family.
Who's she?
Britney Spears. Britney Spears,
the,
dude.
The pop artist. Yeah.
Ankit's favorite. Ankit.
Ankit?
Oh, Ankit loves toxic.
All right, guys. Right hand to the chest.
Ankit's
3,
like
2,
secret.
1.
There
This
we go,
one's
Chris.
for Ankit.
I can't do my right hand
You're fine.
because
You're fine. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, Brittany, think about that. That's her only private time.
We're all Brittany now.
You're holding a can in your hand. Man, I can't do it.
Yeah, shit.
In all fairness, she probably has a pretty sick bathroom.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good point. You know, what the fuck is she complaining about?
Well, that's what she's going to court and
Wait.
saying all this, and then like she's posting pictures all the time.
Can you fill me in? I have no idea what's happening.
She's been in court to try to get out of her dad owns a conservatorship over her.
Which
So
is,
he's in
Conservatorship or
he's in control of all of like
Conservatorship?
I don't quite understand it, and it's something I need to look into more, but he owns like all of her financial choices and a lot of her medical choices. So like for example, like this is kind of a weird one, but like she has an IUD in her body, so it's like birth control, and she's like, even if I wanted to take it out and have a kid, I'm not allowed. Like I have to get their permission to do that. And like she's like, this has been going on for 13 years.
And they still have control over all this.
Yeah, that's what she's saying. This is currently like this is the first time ever she's had like the open chance to publicly in court say something. So she like just said everything.
why did she wait so long?
She couldn't like leak like because if she tried to say something like essentially 'cause she has publicists and all that take control of what gets out in the media.
Like what she says. Like
That's
whatever
a real
she
thing.
says publicly goes through a publicist and a manager and a bunch of the people who care about her image, because her image is the thing that
Like she has an
people consume
Instagram
that
and a
makes
Twitter
money.
and stuff, but she doesn't actually physically have connection to those accounts. It's somebody else that just gets people take pictures of her, and then they get the pictures, and then they upload it, and they make all the tweets, and they make all the comments. That's what publicists basically do.
Oh my god! And this is a fact. This isn't like people making this shit.
No, this is a real
Okay,
thing.
okay.
Like, and that's why
It's been happening. I mean, it's
been happening for a long time.
Yeah.
When did that first original "Leave Britney Alone" video come out? Like,
I
think
don't
about that.
remember.
That was a long time ago.
it-
Oh, it was like middle school for all of us.
That's what I mean.
like when she shaved her head, and then
Yeah.
afterwards that. So it's the same thing. Those same issues that she's been having with her managers and apparently like her dad, who is the person that owns this. Yeah, since then.
Well, and also they've had like psychologists in the court and all this analyze basically the behavioral patterns, and it makes sense because her life was entirely like at that point she was very young, like in her early 20s, and she already went from no fandom, no stardom, whatever, to everything being controlled by record labels, by management, all of this.
Well, she was on the Mickey Mouse Club.
Yeah, and it I mean it's just too much to handle it immediately like that. So, I mean, it made sense, and then they basically used that to draw out this conservatorship.
How many kids does she have? And
we like
I
Britney
don't think she has any, or does she? I don't know.
she has kids.
I don't know.
she doesn't have.
I don't know.
Does she?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah. She has kids. But that's what I mean, like, she's had kids, but I don't even think she's able to see them.
Anyway,
See,
so
this is where I start to ask the question: what's real and what's being made up? Because that sounds.
I mean, dude, I don't know if she has kids, but everything else has been
I don't
backed
think
up.
she has kids.
I think she does. I think she adopted kids.
Guys, I think she breathes fire.
I think she eats little pieces of shit for snacks.
Have you seen the South Park where Brittany blows her brains out, and then but she's alive, and so it's just a jaw, like, and a tongue.
Oh, it's not even talking. It's just like.
Leave Brittany alone, guys.
Well, that was the concept, but I guess the moral of the story is.
Buckle up, fuckers.
Yes, that's the moral, because we don't know what's gonna happen.
Wow.
It might come out that Brittany's an android.
Oh, replicant.
Oh,
Abort.
let me kill myself.
Yeah. We're trying to be a little bit more PC on this podcast, right? Replicant.
I love how like we started this like episode being like, okay, guys, you gotta not be as explicit, I guess. I don't know. And then
Who said that?
oh, okay, sorry, PC.
I think these were rules you made for yourself.
This man, I swear he's got another brain in there, and not to make him smarter, it's like two smaller brains, and they talk to each other.
They duel.
One's in
Dueling
Spanish and
brains.
one's in English, and he has to try to figure out what the other one's saying.
So which one's the smaller one?
No, they're the same size.
Oh, okay.
They're just, instead of one big brain, it's two smaller brains.
I mean, that kind of,
One's in English, one's in Spanish.
you know,
There
you
are
have
two
two
wolves.
hemispheres of your brain.
No, you have 4 hemispheres.
Nice.
Because you have 2 brains.
Oh.
Inside all of
Wait,
us,
so how does the
there are
right
two
brain, left thing work with you?
He's got north, east, south,
I'm
and
just
west.
gonna. This is the end, guys. Yep.
Leave
Sorry.
William alone. Don't worry, I got you, buddy.
Free William.
He didn't have a choice in any of this.
You started as a Williamere, but
Now,
Now we own you.
That's what happens when you join this band. You just get owned.
nice.
Chris, we didn't tell you to talk.
Jesus Christ.
I will tell you to drink. I will tell you to drink in a little bit, but
But not now. Will, grab me a blue.
Blue. Craig, you want anything?
I'm okay, thank you though.
I'm gonna bathroom, and then we know what's coming up next.
Oh.
Some death metal.
Oh boy.
I'm so sorry. Tech death.
Yeah.
We'll get into that soon. Wow, well here we are, the 3-piece.
Well, yeah.
All right.
We've been in this
so,
situation
hold
before.
on. All right, guys. So this is really important. They're both out. Chris is in. No,
We are cheese.
Just
Welcome.
letting you know.
Double duty.
Welcome to the new
Play
Mr.
drums and
Watchdog
guitar at the
Universe.
same time.
Yeah, right.
What's the that guy in oh shit, he's in Nowhere or something, or like some jazz drummer who plays drums and everything else at the same time. Like drums, synth, bass, he's done all this, and like he loops things and all that.
Oh,
Crazy.
Yeah, but like not in a way that's just tacky and YouTube. It actually sounds good.
this sounds extremely familiar.
Yeah. He was a B-word guy.
That now I'm really
I'm
lost
not
now.
sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Nah.
The B-word.
And that-
That's the B word.
We gotta hide that place. We don't want to support that
we
place.
don't know. Yeah.
They have questionable intentions.
Speaking of like multi-instrumentalist things, do you guys remember that the guy that would play at the metal shows where he'd have the 2 kick drums and the cello? He just went
yeah.
da, da, da,
It
da.
was like throat singing. Too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit was some wild stuff. I remember being pretty blown away by that. Yeah, I'll find the video at some point. That
Bruh.
Probably.
Thank you.
Bless up.
Bruh.
2 days in America, can't get enough in Canada. It's much cheaper here.
I'm the center of attention.
Is that different than usual?
No, I just talk a lot.
How are you doing, Craig? How are you feeling?
I'm
How are
fine. I'm just sitting here like, God, poor William.
Bro, it really sucks that's kind of also what happens at my place of work. But it's different. Well, I mean, because it's like customer service, but it's like customer service at a hotel
Okay.
that is really, really small and understaffed. So it's like, oh, all of these things. Oh yeah, but also, can you get me some towels or like some sheets or some toilet paper? Like,
Did it just become the Comcast?
just cheers, bro.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh yeah, cheers.
boys.
Of course.
Squatted.
Cheers.
Chris,
Cheers,
there we
bro.
go, man. Cheers.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Mediocre, at best. In the best way.
You bought 15 of them?
It was $12. I'd only buy 6 for $12. That's the
You
only
know what?
side. That's only a quantity they'd let me
I don't even
buy.
have anything to say about this man.
There was no other quantity. I had no choice. Capitalism made me do it. We need a socialist
Pure
revolution.
ideology.
Craig,
Yes.
do it.
Do
the thing that
you were talking about. That it is time to start the album of the week. All right. Well, yeah, this portion, like I said, I know Chris said he watched one episode or thereabouts, or
the last most recent one.
Tremendous.
Nice.
As you know, we do one album a week, and I insisted that you be the one to choose it, as our guests do when they come, and you delivered in a way that I wasn't actually expecting in the text. It was like, oh, the boys are going to get a kick out of it. So, all right, take it away. Here we go.
Awesome. So yeah, I guess I picked the album Epitaph by this band called Necrophagist, and it's a technical death metal album. That's just kind of the niche that really that's what does it for me.
Yes.
I need a constant stimulation when I listen to music.
I feel that. Yeah.
You know, that's probably, I guess, why I gravitated towards, extreme metal, because there's just always stuff going on, and like, a lot of times bands just do it mindlessly, but I felt like, this band actually not only is giving you that blistering, just constant stimulation of notes, but it's just crafted in a way that I thought was so well put together. It's, in my opinion, I rank it up there with it's like genius music, even, But, it's death metal, so it's only going to get so much, exposure.
Yeah.
But,
people are stupid. But,
I get it.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
So, do you mean, did you mean the genre or the band or this album?
Well, that's like a whole other conversation.
Okay.
About
Yeah.
just that metal music in general. It's it's always been so mind-boggling to me how pretty much my whole life kind of revolves around it, and it's just nobody can really relate to it normal people.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, whatever, it's cool.
Yeah.
But
No,
They're just wrong. That's
definitely valid, and yeah, they're wrong.
to me, this album is up there with Beethoven and classical music geniuses, but modern day. I don't know. That's just how I kind of looked up to them. And then there's the whole thing about this band where they put out 2 killer records and then just kind of disappeared with no explanation. And when I was in high school, when I first discovered it, I was Googling and researching where they went. I was trying to investigate where they disappeared to, and so there's kind of some sort of mystery to it too.
I did not know that. That's what.
Yeah.
So okay, they put out 2 albums.
Was this
and
the
that
first
was
or
it?
the second?
They put out 1 record and then they put out a second record a couple years afterwards, and then they said they were going to release a 3rd one. And they even played one of the songs live on this tour called the Summer Slaughter Tour.
I was gonna bring that up. Cool. Okay. Yeah.
And so it exists, and apparently they recorded it in the studio in Germany, and
you can only buy it in crypto.
Yeah. And then the most recent update is that this is now 10+ years after I think that last record came out in 2004. So it's been a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And apparently they recorded the whole thing, but it was put on. He has it on a hard drive in his house somewhere, and he just gave up. Apparently, he's just an engineer for BMW now.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Amazing.
Well, that's the thing. It's
no.
Well, metal's not going to pay the bills.
Yeah.
I'm sure being an engineer for BMW pays way more.
Yeah.
Than doing a metal tour.
You mean the cars?
Yeah.
Like an automotive engineer.
Yeah.
Okay, I figured at least
an audio
record engineer.
For BMW, the car company.
A record engineer.
No. He's an audio
But it makes sense
engineer.
because to write stuff the way they do, you have to have that kind of really technical kind of brain.
Yeah.
And
so I'm sure it's being
towards
used
numbers.
really well.
Yeah.
For BMW.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll buy a car.
Seriously. Damn.
If you like Necrophagist, buy BMC. I mean,
BMW. I don't know what BMC is.
BMC's a bike.
Bavarian Motor Cars.
Also bikes. BMWs and
Bike.
BMCs. Yes.
They inspired me to buy Engel amplifiers.
Oh, are they Angle players? Really?
Yeah.
Which one?
Because they're German. I have a Engel Powerball 2.
It's a nice amp. Yeah, it's really nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
How long have you been playing guitar? Not that it really matters, but
Yeah, you know, I haven't really been playing it the entire time,
Of
you know,
course,
but
yeah.
like, I guess, I don't know.
you're not freaks like us.
Yeah, I don't know, 15 plus years.
Yeah.
Nice. No, that's a,
That's
yeah.
quite-
No, yeah,
quite
that
a
is a
long
But I
lot.
probably could have gotten to as good as I am in like 2 years. You know, like if I actually like played as like every day of those 15 years plus.
Hey man, but 15 years adds up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
You
You
know,
know, I'm kind of
So
just
do you play
slow.
like can you play Necrophagist?
I started learning one of their solos, but like it's not up to speed. No,
Can you play just the riffs?
nah, I haven't really even attempted to learn them honestly, because you know that's a project.
Yeah.
You know, you got to sit down and like
True.
really want to like do it.
Do you play death metal normally?
Yeah, that's mostly like the bands that I'm
I mean, that's
jamming
that's
with.
a lot of
Although I'm,
endurance. You know,
like auditioning for this like hardcore band right now. I guess I can't even really talk about it, but yeah, it's a fresh breath of air because you know
Cool. Good.
it's just more
Good.
like jamming. You
there's
know?
this guy I know. I think his name is Craig. And
Gregory?
yeah, Gregory Smith.
Easter?
We'll call him Gregory Smith. And he started making me learn some music that kind of let's see what's the nice way to put it, fucked with my head.
Okay.
Yeah,
What was it? Your guys' stuff?
yeah. This man is it's well, I guess first of all we won't talk about that. I'll talk about how great of a composer you are. We'll say that because you fucked with me, and that's hard to do. But Necrophagist kind of felt like that.
Fucking with Trevor.
Trevor's the best.
He's also lying. So keep that in mind.
I'm always lying. I actually loved this album. I know, I really did.
Wait.
What I love.
Carry on.
But I felt that like this is a weird thing, and I've been actually thinking about this because I've been listening to this album since we announced it. I've been kind of doing it every day because it was something that death metal sometimes worries me because every now and then, like I listen to a death metal album and I either really like it or I really don't, and that's kind of like it's hard for me to find a sweet, just kind of like okay, this is doable. It's either you've got these genius fucking mathematicians making great, or you know, melodies and music through riffs and just like using blast beats not as a way of just, oh, I play fast, but like, no, I'm creating this earthquake that you are gonna have to now feel while you hear these vocals about world-ending thing, you know. And there's bands that utilize that, and this band took that to another level because this is tech death. Like these guys are fucking, I mean, like they're making melodies out of like random riffs and pitches and like what's that one?
Harmonized harmonics.
Like yeah, and like
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
and like
what was that again? Can you say that? I couldn't hear you. What?
Harmonized harmonics.
Nice.
Sounds like a cool band or
Nice.
something.
and then the drummer, first of all,
Hannes Grossman.
Honest, gross.
wow. And you say he plays for Obscura?
Okay, yeah. I know the
Blue
name,
Bloodline.
so he played for other people.
With past tense, very past tense, yeah.
So I started noticing like patterns in his writing, and then I didn't. Like I thought I did, and
unpredictable
then I
almost.
didn't. Like
You know, and that's what I love about it is that even all these years later, I'll listen to it and I'm still like hearing little nuances that I never heard, or you know, there's so much going on where for an average listener it's going to be way too much for like an average listener. It's just way over, it's way overwhelming.
Even for me at times, I was listening to it and it took me.
But if you slow it down and like really like analyze it, like what's going on,
it's incredible.
Like, it's really cool stuff going on.
It took me probably 4 or 5 listens to actually start getting familiar with things. Like it wasn't just one of those listen to it once and then the next time I was like, oh yeah, I kind of got. No, it was
like
a
I can
couple
listen
of
to like after like by the end of doing your guys' videos, it's like all right, I know like when I knew when like give the camera a little shake because I knew like when there was like an impact moment coming up or something, you know.
Oh, that's so cool.
You know, but like
like the only song that I got really familiar with was the first track because let's say I'm driving, I didn't necessarily finish the album all the way, I would still start it
I would have
over.
been screwed if I had to do this band's music video. Like, and I never knew their music for the first time.
Like you just showed up.
Like, if I just had to jump right into that, I'd be like, dude, guys, I don't know.
Well, I listen to this guitar playing, and it's like, it's stuff that I think I don't think I can ever do this. Like, I probably could with weeks of just metronome and practicing and slowing it down.
Yeah, it's like the riffs there's really, I think, the genius part, because solo wise, I mean, it's basically just like a lot of Yngwie kind of harmonic minor shredding and like a bunch of sweep arpeggios and tapping.
The melodies
and stuff,
on the solos, when he would slow it down, were really good, like really fucking good.
Yeah, it's really strong musicianship. You know, that's why it's one of my favorite albums of all time.
Now, what's crazy to me though is the year as well. This is like,
2004 or before.
Well, this album is from 2004, I believe. Yeah.
That's pretty.
That's pretty good. That's pretty advanced.
So would you say these guys
I mean,
were definitely influenced by like Cannibal?
Actually, I think from my understanding, he was very influenced a lot by, like the early like death metal bands, like Death.
Like Death.
Oh, yeah.
And I guess that you take bands like that and then mix that with like shreddy, like Yngwie stuff, and then mix like classical in there too, like classical like song structure and composition, and then like I guess that's kind of like what you need to create a Necrophagist.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's definitely one of those albums that, like, so off the top of my head, I think about Tech Death, I think Necrophagist, I think The Faceless, I think Obscura, I think Origin, what we were listening to that I asked you where the band was from on our way down to the shoot.
Spawn of Possession.
Spawn of Possession. Very different at that point, but like these are the kinds of instruments that, like, don't get me wrong, I love death metal, I've got, a lot of love for that, but it's like at the end of the day, a lot of death metal musicians are death metal musicians, where a lot of these tech death guys, they're incredibly talented musicians regardless of the fact that they're blistering gain, you know what I mean? Like, these guys are so good that they could probably play this shit on an acoustic guitar and it sound very clean, very, very well made. It's like,
well, that's the thing, is it would probably be more generally appreciated, if they actually did play it on those instruments.
yes.
Which is a shame.
Maybe they should. No.
Yeah, maybe just like for funs. I don't know, but like
it'll sound like gypsy jazz or something.
One of my favorite one of my favorite things to do, which is like really specific, oddly specific, is listening to death metal songs but in 8-bit.
Okay.
And if you ever like get a chance to listen to some of these Necrophagist songs in 8-bit, and it's like chiptune, Mario sounding. Yeah. It sounds super cool.
I've done that with like
I want to do that.
Hangar 18.
Yeah,
like 8-bit.
It's actually like one of my favorite like genres of music. Like I'll literally just like listen to 8-bit music sometimes. I don't know why. It's like
because you're a computer. We know.
I'm a
replicant. He's a replicant.
Oh, replicant. My bad. Yeah. I'm so sorry.
Actually, one of my favorite things was listening to this 8-bit classical playlist on Spotify. It's like classical music in 8-bit.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
That I've heard before. It's kind of cool. It's
Yeah.
I don't know, I love video games too, so
Yeah.
But what way? Just death metal in 8-bit though.
That might be even worth checking out.
Thinking about it, I don't know what that'll sound like, but I'm curious.
Now, okay, cool. Besides you two, how much death metal have you listened to?
So I've listened to very little, but as I learned quite literally yesterday, a couple of these guys are also in Obscura, which is a band that I started listening to back in, I guess, high school because the bass player plays a fretless bass.
Yeah.
I was a fretless bass guy, so I thought they were just fucking cool because of the fretless bass. Yeah. But I didn't really listen to like death metal beyond that, or even listen to other bands like them. I just liked Obscura. I thought they were cool.
That's cool. They're like one of my favorites as well.
They're awesome, and
that's like the closest related, one of the closest related bands to Necrophagist.
And that blew my mind. It makes me want to, I haven't listened to the album since Last Night in the Kitchen. Yeah. So I want to listen to this again with that in my mind, just to feel like, what do I hear, compared to that stuff back then?
Yeah.
But I listened to slower metal, more Sabbathy influence kind of stuff when I was younger, especially. So
love Sabbath.
I would say same here. like in regards to specifically death metal, I mean, like my introduction to it or like my appreciation of it came in a lot later. But like it's not even death metal, but like my first appreciation of it was like, oh, Between the Buried and Me. And then being like turning my neck in that direction and be like, oh wait, so that's what that is. Got it. And then like kind of like, for example, we were talking about Children of Bodom. I've heard of them a lot. It's way back, you know, but I didn't actually get it.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, okay, not interested. I don't get it. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's pretty.
But okay, but again, there's the one show I went to with Craig. Like my first death metal show was Cannibal Corpse, Obituary, and Cryptopsy.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
That was my first death metal show, so I was like, okay, this is it.
Yeah.
I like this. You know, the core of death metal. Oh, yeah, no, this is dope. You know.
Yeah. To me, death metal, or even just metal in general, is like kind of like alcohol. You know, it's like at first it's like, ugh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why does anyone want to drink this, or why would anyone want to listen to that?
Yeah.
But then you realize it's not about the taste. You know, it's like it's about the party. Taste. You know, like I don't know, like you have a good time. You know, and it's like you listen to metal to like, I don't know. For me, I don't know. You go to church, it's like a release. You know.
Like a mosh pit. Appreciating a mosh pit is like, okay, oh dude, it looks violent, or like, why would you want to do that? But like, again, the catharsis of the energy, you know, like you're letting go of a bunch of like toxic shit, but in a positive way somehow. Okay, obviously you might don't get hurt, you know, if you when people fall down mosh pits, everybody fucking you know. I've dropped my glasses at a mosh pit and they were fine because everybody was like, oh shit. And then quickly, oh shit, here you go. Okay, bye. You know.
I mean, I've seen guys like,
you know, for the most part, they're battle people are like the nicest people.
Yeah,
you know?
they're
actually pretty chill people.
Well,
the other day,
I remember meeting Craig and then finding out hearing Hate Storm. I was like, wait a minute.
That's Craig?
I was like, hang on, let me get a calculator. Something doesn't add up.
I mean, I listened to our first record from you before I ever listened to Hate Storm.
Yeah.
So then I listened to Hate Storm. I might have seen you guys play your recital before I listened to a complete album.
Oh, you fucked up.
Oh, yeah. So I was like, what the fuck? Because I only known you a few months at that point.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck? Compared to the mystical stuff?
Yeah.
My death metal is pretty minimal. Like, growing up, I was a big 80s, you know, traditional metal guy, and I would stem into like
more. Were you about to say AC/DC?
No,
okay. I was like, wait,
80s, right?
80s.
I was gonna say 80s, but it's more than 80s.
No, but okay,
it would stretch as far as like I liked Venom, you know. And,
I understand.
You know,
I get that. No, Venom. Yeah, and I'm not a huge classic metal fan. As weird as that is.
My first like I would guess death metal experience was Morbid Angel.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I really.
What were those circumstances that?
Just fucking iTunes, you know, and like just going through.
Fair.
Yeah,
fair.
You know,
that's really cool.
And well, I guess it actually stems even farther. I had my first CD I ever bought was actually a fuck up. I went in to go buy a Metallica album. Fun fact, fucking 11-year-old me, and the song Metallica what? And the song I was looking for specific because in my head, bands only could write like 1 or 2 songs, like because it was so hard to write a song. In my head, it was like something impossible. Like, you know, I didn't realize bands would make tens of albums. So I was looking specifically for Creeping Death. Because I remember thinking that song was badass.
I wanted you to say Enter Sandman.
No. And
that would have been so bad.
I picked up an album, and I looked on the back, and it said Creeping Death was one of the songs. I was like, oh, perfect. So I bought it. It was a tribute album.
Oh, okay.
But I'm actually, looking back, I'm so glad I bought that.
Okay.
Because it exposed me, one, to more Metallica. Like
who... Do you remember what bands were on that?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna get to.
Oh, okay.
And so going through the album, like it wasn't just like one album. It was like a couple of big songs. Sandman was on there, like, but it was tributes from every.
Hell yeah!
A tribute of God.
Like
how many tributes?
The first track.
No more tributes, please.
The first track was Whiplash with Motorhead.
Oh yeah.
And it was
cool.
nasty. That track is fucking So yeah, there was a lot of actually good shit on there, and then like Death Angel was on there, Morbid Angel was not on there, but it was Death Angel and then another band that was a death metal band. Fuck, I won't remember. But so actually, a lot of those bands were heavier than Metallica, and like I kind of got in a little bit, and a lot of it was shit because like growing up in my household, I couldn't really play a lot of certain things because Jesus was watching at all times, and
he is.
So it was very minimal to just kind of like the traditional death metal, and then
Jesus watches this podcast.
Unfortunately.
So does your FBI agent.
My grandma used to not let me watch Pokemon.
Oh man.
Or Harry Potter.
My mom wouldn't let me watch YouTube. You can't use YouTube.
That was a rule in my house for a while.
Yeah.
You know, the internet was a scary place a while ago.
Yeah, it was, man.
And so, but anyway,
Still is.
it really wasn't until later when I started hanging out with Craig, and there was the day you came over and you went on my fucking Spotify and you just added all this shit like Dimmy Borgir and like Cannibal Corpse, all this shit, and I listened to so much of it and I was like, God damn, like fucking there's so much good death metal out there.
So Craig's the man.
Hate Storm as well. Hate Storm is fucking. Actually, it wasn't until seeing you at your recital that I understood blast beats.
Oh yeah.
Like that I got that, like I was sitting there and you're jamming out already, and then all of a sudden just earthquake. Like, and it would like I was like, holy fuck. Like and they had the lights sync to the kick drum and it was like
it was wild.
I was like, oh, I get it now.
How was the light show for you? Like, for you, how good was the light show?
Oh, it was a blast.
Okay.
It was really, that guy was really cool. The Australian dude.
Yeah.
He was really cool. That was a fun. So for my at the B word, in order to graduate, you do what they call a senior recital, and so instead of just putting together a bunch of like covers and stuff like that, I flew Constantine, my drummer, in to play a Heatstorm set instead. I was just like, we'll do like an hour of this. It'll be fun. But what made it specifically cool was that I had my buddies Dan and Yoav, who play an Atheist, that were also going to school. Or Dan had already graduated, but Yoav was still technically there. That they played bass and second guitar, and I've never played Heatstorm music with the second guitar. So we're always a trio typically.
Dude, shout outs
Not
to those
even.
two.
Mostly
Dan and Yoav.
And it was
So
like
much love.
one of the funnest times I'd had, aside from the fact that like the supposed drum set that was going to be there was like garbage, and the entire time the toms were like falling off while Constantine was trying.
So what did he use one of the school kits?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
multiple
like
schools
a
kits?
modified-
Didn't you guys
Yeah.
take Joey's like kick drum?
I got Joey's kick drum and then their drum set, and that was kind of the set. And it was
sounded great.
Yeah.
At least to us.
It was.
Were you there? Well, yeah,
I
you
was
were
there.
Yeah.
No, it was a hard show for you
It
guys.
was a hard show.
But you pulled it off, and it was. I was glad that I was there.
I've
You know
told
what I
Craig
mean?
recital.
Yeah.
I've told you this.
Craig recital.
I've told you this 100 times. I liked that show more than the show on the Morbid tour.
What?
Yeah, I thought fucking having Dan.
Yeah.
Oh my, and Yoa, dude, that
Yeah.
amp he had
Yeah.
blew my mind. I was like, what is this little fucking like 110 tiny Ampeg you have?
Yeah.
And he made that thing sound nasty.
I mean, I don't even know that much about gear, but they make good
Okay, you
shit.
like 810.
Yeah,
that he
yeah, I know,
uses?
I know. Yeah,
He had this just like tiny little Ampeg.
I've seen
rig.
really small amps, really small, like the cabs and the amp.
Yeah.
Like the combination of both, they're tiny.
Yeah.
Michael,
This is a bass amp.
he has. Oh, I know it's different because it's a bass amp, but
Yeah.
but
Still
But,
tiny.
but I guess that's his thing though. He's a death metal bassist, you know, and
Well, yeah, so the Ampeg rig, I want to say, was the school's.
No, it was
I-
his. It was
Oh,
his.
it was?
no,
Okay.
that's his.
Yeah.
That was
He
definitely
got
his.
mad at me when I insisted he might need something bigger. He's like, man.
I said the same thing to him, and he was like, "No, bro." He's like, "You'll see," and I was like,
That's my sound. I'm like,
Do you know what kind of amp it was? Like, I remember it was one of those little, like, 210s, right?
Yo,
a vertical 210.
it was a vertical 210.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right.
2 vertical 210s. next to each other. They're
Okay.
Two, yeah, doo-doo, and then the one little head. It's like
yeah, little micro SVT.
Micro SVT, yeah.
They're fun, man.
Dude.
Yeah, it sounded really good.
That's a fun.
Is that what he used in Atheist?
No, he was using the tour that I had seen with them. I believe he was borrowing the bass rig for the guys in Cattle Decapitation.
That's it.
Yeah, he was using his bass cab. But back to Necrophagist, if possible.
Right, right.
Yeah. Let's not talk about me.
Well, the story, we love you all.
Yes, we love you all. We love Dan.
And Dan,
Yes, very much. So that Summer Slaughter tour that they had headlined, so that was the last run they had done before they pretty much ended things, right? I don't
know for sure if
Okay.
that was the last one or not, but it was like definitely one of the last.
Yeah, because that was the first Summer Slaughter festival they ever did. Which is, interestingly enough, the only Summer Slaughter festival I never saw. I saw everyone after that specific
What
one.
year?
That was 2007, I want to say.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
it was around there.
right around that point. And interesting fact that
early.
you guys are going to find really rad. I'm 99% sure Marco Miniman played drums for that on that album. Yeah.
Oh,
No, not on the album, but live.
Or I'm sorry, live for that tour. Yeah.
Which is a
With
really
who?
interesting crossover.
With what band?
Marco Miniman
played drums for
played drums for
Necrophagist.
Necrophagist on the Summer Slaughter
Bro,
tour. Isn't
bro.
it fucking insane?
Small fucking world, dude.
Yeah.
It was crazy to see him like blasting and doing double kicks.
Yeah.
I didn't think you could do any of
It's
that.
like different, you know, but
Yeah.
apparently if you're that good, you could just
No.
repurpose your talents for anything.
Exactly.
Everything makes sense at a certain point.
Yeah.
Like when you, I don't know, when like the engineer that from Necrophagist who is now an engineer for BMW.
Yeah.
Like,
That's a guitar player.
yeah. Oh, sorry. No, the guitar player.
Yeah.
Like when you know enough math, you can fucking do. Any one of these
You
things.
can add
You know
any
what I mean?
numbers together.
So when you know enough about like your instrument, or you know,
Yeah.
and he's one of those guys.
Yeah.
Marco Miniman.
Yep, Miniman,
Yeah.
Miniman.
Yeah.
But that's like when I had known him from Necrophagist first. So
Really?
when I had seen that he was playing with Stephen Wilson.
Yeah, yeah,
That's how I knew about it. I'm in the Aristocrats,
Yeah,
man.
and the Aristocrat. It's just like
I originally saw him when he was playing drums with Paul Gilbert.
That's
Awesome,
right. Oh my
man.
God! Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. The
Small world.
spacesuit video
Yeah,
that I've definitely watched at least 3-4 dozen times. Yeah,
They did Scarified. It's
Scarified. Yeah, man, just it's crazy to
God
see.
damn.
Yeah.
But that's exactly what I mean about like a lot of these tech death musicians. Like they're not just death metal musicians. They're guys that can handle just about anything you throw at them and make it sound very musical because they've literally reached the top. Not to like obviously there are things about finger tone and other things like that you gotta kind of learn, you know, like a lot of those guys probably couldn't, I don't know, get a great feel for the blues right off the bat. But like I'm sure after about 15 minutes they'll figure it out. But you know, it's like they can just do just about anything, and it's seeing that pulled off, you know, perfectly live. We had a couple of buddies that used to play in a band called Unflesh, Boston-based band, tech death band. Pete and Chris. Yeah.
What was the name of the band? Of
Unflesh.
Unflesh.
Unflesh. Yeah.
Okay.
Ryan something. His last name. It's his band.
Pete and Dan, and this same Dan that we were just talking about.
Yeah. No.
Sorry.
Pete and Chris.
Oh, sorry.
Spires. Pete and Chris. Yeah. But like same kind of deal. They're just tremendous musicians that can kind of work in whatever, and they're playing hard tech death. With this shit.
Again, Pete and Chris.
Yeah. Yeah.
They know their shit.
Yeah.
And they study the instrument,
Yeah.
and they just fucking take it wherever they want, and
Yeah.
it can go,
Definitely.
which is pretty much anywhere.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So, cheers to that.
Pete and Chris.
To Pete and Chris.
Excellence.
But yeah.
Dude, yeah, we're gonna have to cut this short. I gotta go practice.
Yeah. Oh, sorry guys. Gotta play some tech death. Yeah. Yeah. No.
I need to listen to more tech death because
No, okay, see, okay.
now
Here-
wait,
no,
I guess I
here's-
should. Okay,
no,
I'll start with this question. Then. Is this as good as it gets for tech death?
Well,
Depends what your lane is.
in my opinion, it's one of the best. It's it's like.
Which is
a lot of the pioneers of genres tend to be like one of the best
absolutely.
of that genre, and I feel like this is
let's
kind of one of those
in the past
situations.
16 years since this album's come out.
I don't think on a musical composition level, I don't think anyone's actually topped them. There's been a couple of bands like honorable mention, a Canadian band called Archspire.
Right on.
And they're
pretty new, right?
Yeah, they're probably the closest.
Yeah.
And they're new,
but they're kind of like taking it in like a more modern.
So
kind of
most tech death bands just can't seem to really get.
They can do the techniques and you can mimic parts of it, but like you have to actually be like a musical genius guy to compose. Yeah. You can like imitate like sweeps and blasts and like
But they use it so much more musically than.
That's the thing, and like throwing it in like a weird time signature and like it's hard to think that way,
Oh yeah,
it's easy to copy that, but it's hard to create original things that are just like out there.
Well, it's like when I'll do like orchestral compositions for like a film or a TV show. Yeah. The hardest part that I find is picking my instrumentation, because like with the techniques that I'll use, it's all about the emotion and has basically nothing to do with the music. And
aren't they hiring you for that?
No, but the timbre of what instrument they choose. So
like,
like for example, if like the scene called for something very violent, a percussion is very violent because it's involving aggressive hitting, something like that. And when it comes to writing to be that original but to call upon something is extremely difficult, and then when I find it mind-boggling because with an orchestra you have so much option. Like people think of it as like crazy, it's like we have so many instruments. It's more like you just have a lot of option. When you're limited to just guitar, bass, drums, like that's when shit gets real. Like okay, now you got
every note counts.
Yeah,
and everything
really
you don't play also counts. Like everything that this guitar doesn't play, so that the other guitar can play it. Sorry,
random side note. John Williams has totally made me appreciate like orchestral music like big time. He was actually like my top listened to Spotify artist of like last year. I was so surprised.
If you like a lot of film score, I got a bunch of artists.
And he's like the most obvious one.
Oh, of course. Well, he's also like the fucking best.
Yeah.
Best at ripping people.
That's what I want.
So, like, I want to contrast a little bit.
Okay.
I was able to appreciate death metal a while ago now, but whenever I got into like tech death, I would be like, no, fuck that. No, I get it, maybe, but I already don't like this.
Yeah, that's kind of my reaction to a lot of it.
Hear me out. Okay, my first time being like exposed to tech death, specifically a band like marketing themselves as tech death and being like, oh yeah, that's tech death.
Yeah.
This is what it is. Yeah. I heard it and I was like, wait, this is cool, but it was not they couldn't perform the music that they themselves wrote.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Oh. Yeah.
So, but it makes sense because hear me out. It's tech death. We're talking about death metal, and we're talking about technical death metal. Yeah. No, it's not prog, but it's technical death metal.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, of course. You wrote this song, but it sounds bad because it's hard as fuck. Maybe simplify it for yourself.
And that's so that's where props comes to bands like Meshuggah. When they wrote Bleed, it was midied out on a track, and it wasn't real. And then they ended up kind of piecing it together, and they went to their label and were like, we want to put this on the album. And they said, if you can play it live, you can put it on. So, but it was
that's pretty much how like a lot of bands are writing now, which is like innovative and problematic at the same time.
Yes.
It's extremely problematic.
Because you would have to be smart enough to work out a fucking BMW.
You can push the limits, of what's capable. Like I'll notice, like if I try writing music, if I write it on the computer, it'll get way more complex than like if I'm just sitting in a room with like just my phone, like hit record on my phone,
What a
like
funk.
record an idea.
That's not totally new though, because if you think about like splicing tape together, that's how a lot of the like even Close to the Edge. That's how they put that song together.
Okay.
They splice tape together with a bunch of different parts.
But it was obviously probably much rarer, you know. It wasn't accessible to everybody.
It took
now.
them
Yes.
Also, creating music was
No.
It took them
That's
2
where it started, I
Yes.
guess, though.
No.
It took them 2 months to write and record Close to the Edge. 2 months. And
Not funny.
not. If you think about like, it is technically 4 songs, in a way.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, absolutely.
2 of which are very similar. But that's like on the Steven Wilson remixes, he separates them as separate tracks. So Close to the Edge is actually like an 8-track album. Because he separates a lot of it, but.
He did that with Tales from Topographic Ocean.
Yeah, he's a fuck. He did a lot of things. And, Steven, if you're
Fuck
watching
you,
this.
Steven.
Fuck you.
Oh my god.
God
Right.
damn it.
Jesus
Fuck
Christ.
you. You fuck. I
Guys,
fucking want to.
Guys.
You
guys,
write
Fuck
great music,
you.
but God,
guys.
We all know he watches this podcast, and
Guys.
Craig is very afraid.
No, Craig just wants all of us to say.
I would like to. We keep getting away from tech death, and I want to talk.
yes, you're right.
I
Okay,
wanna,
right, you're
I want
right.
to talk a couple of like honorable mention records.
Just one more. Fuck you, Steven Wilson.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
All right, we're good.
So do you know Planetary Duality?
Yeah.
By the face. That's another one that I would actually put up there with this. And it's a little bit more. And this is another rant I was going to have quickly. Is I think there's 2 different sets of world to the tech death thing. Is there's the tech death and there's more the progressive death metal, and where the 2 kind of change a lot has to do.
That would have been a really good album to listen to also.
Yeah. It's
A lot of jazzy elements in there.
exactly.
And it's very atmospheric, spacey sounding.
very dynamic, and that's
that
it's
A lot of bands
Okay.
copied
Okay.
that
Yeah.
sound.
it's
It was very innovative.
So okay,
Very
okay, dynamic. As opposed to which I like again. This album, I
Yes.
fucking liked it. I loved it.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The first couple songs kind of like okay. It sounds like that tech death. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe I'm not into this. But then, in the third one, the third track came on, Anonymous or the.
Ignemous and Pale.
That convinced me. I was like, oh fuck, I'm in. Oh fuck yeah. Oh, so
That's because Stab Wound and Trek to
They're quite short as well.
no,
no.
but now I like them. Now I
what
appreciate
I
them
was
more.
gonna
I'm
say
just
is
saying
that their
like,
album opening, I'm gonna kick you in the face as hard as I can to start this thing off, and then we're gonna kind of find other places to go.
which is cool.
You
You said the
know,
same thing about the last week's record.
Which one?
About Mega Sano's record, how the first song kind of kicks you in the ass, but then the second one was a ballad, and you're like,
No,
yeah,
no.
this is
I
the-
like.
You didn't like
No,
the
I
ballad.
definitely didn't like
he
the ballad.
Incomprendido.
Oh, I
He was
like the ballad, but
Yeah.
I definitely also said that it kicked you in the face.
No, but he said he kicked me in the face, and then it was slow, and it was too slow. Like, but that's kind of
Yes,
you know.
Yeah.
No, but what I wanted to say was so this album, the kick drum sounds like a basketball,
Yes.
and I like it
Yeah.
as opposed to the dynamic that you're talking about with this. What were you talking about again? The record that you just
Well, I
mentioned?
just I
Planetary
meant
Duality.
yeah.
Planetary Duality.
Yeah.
That's the record
Yeah, that's
and the
right.
band.
The Faceless.
The Faceless
Yeah.
Planetary Duality.
Yeah, it's a tremendous album that I think if you were to compare like this being tech death and then Planetary Duality being progressive death metal,
Okay.
that's a really excellent place I think to draw the line.
Okay.
Because of the way that each band uses their elements,
Okay.
you know, of what they kind of do. Like I feel like tech death feels like it's definitely more loyal to the death metal sound in just about every way, where the progressive death metal sound is a bit more like, oh well, you know, I also listen to John Coltrane, and, you know, kind of thing, and like both parties are actually completely fair. You know what I mean?
Who would you say is a progressive death metal band?
The Faceless.
Oh, the Faceless.
That's what I'm saying. The Faceless, Nile, another amazing example.
Nile.
One of
I don't know if they're progressive though. Would
progressive.
You say?
Oh, 100%.
Really?
I'd argue the fact that obviously
He
there's
also
like,
says I speak is progressive, so
no.
you know.
What I mean is that I'll explain. There's not as much true like dynamic contrast, and there's a Nile guitar tone there's a Nile tempo that's very stereotypical, but they do a lot of things specifically in relations to changing meters, changing tempos, lots and lots and lots of extra instrumentation, a lot of Eastern European, Egyptian style instrumentation that they'll incorporate into their regular songs, as well as their, what do you call them, interlude tracks and stuff like that.
So songwriting or arranging?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
A little bit of both. Like, it's one of those things where it gets broken down into other ways. Like, are they as progressive as a band like the Faceless? Not a chance, you know. But that's also because of how much farther. Like, the Nile sound is concrete. It's not going anywhere. You know what I mean?
I don't know that much.
Yeah.
But
okay.
Nile.
Yeah.
To me, just sounds like death metal. Like I can't like categorize it.
Gotcha.
I just say death metal because maybe I'm ignorant. But
yeah,
at least you don't call it screamo.
That's a solid fucking point. Yeah, but yeah,
to me they've always been Egyptian brutal death metal.
Okay, all right.
That's kind of how I always classified Nile.
Is it just the theme though? Like they're not Egyptian.
They straight up milked the shit out of the Egyptian like
just
theme.
Yeah. Okay.
The riffs sound like Egyptian-y too.
Phrygian, lots of Phrygian mode. Phrygian and then
Phrygian dominant.
Phrygian dominant and then Phrygian diminished. I would assume.
Super.
Yeah.
Diminished.
Yeah, and a lot of diminished.
It's diminished. So
harmonic minor.
Yeah.
Phrygian dominant with the major third.
Lydian. Okay.
No, it's not Lydian. It's definitely not Lydian.
Nobody gives a shit. I don't give a shit. Let's stop this. All right. But yeah,
rap snitches telling on their business.
Yeah.
Sitting in court, being their own star witness.
Bro, this is all about buying Manscaped.
But
it really is.
But then you've got like, again, the opposite end of like more stable points. So Entity by Origin is another incredible album in regards to like the tech death world, where it is vastly different than what Necrophagist is doing. Like vastly different. It's the music is so just separate worlds, but to most screamo normies, it's like, oh, it's screamo. It's like no, like they're doing. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's
normies.
You said something earlier that kind of falls on that line where like it's almost like classical music in a way where like most people listen to it and they go, "Oh, it's classical music." It's like, you know, there's like just so much variation to that. Like
there's 1,000 years of variation to that.
Exactly, and fucking.
Yeah, well, people don't really. A vast majority of people, I would assume, don't listen to music necessarily for the music. They're listening to it for the vibe or the theme 100%. Of the music, the lyrical content.
Which is what surprised me about this record. I was looking for just the vibe because I wanted to. Okay, I want to like kind of listen to it lightly.
Well, the last one.
No. Yeah. Obviously, it won't because it's that.
Well, the last one was in German. So lyrical content wasn't an option.
No, but I'm saying
unless you translate it.
Is it in German?
What, Necrophagist?
No,
the last one.
It's not. Oh, you're talking about
Mutter.
No,
yeah. We did Rammstein's Mutter on a previous episode. Yeah.
No, but what I'm saying is like listening to music while not necessarily concentrating it on it.
Yeah.
Is also part of the experience of listening to music. You know what I mean? Which is okay. For example, you said like you like music that is constantly stimulating to you.
Yes.
Which I hear. You know.
Yes.
I don't.
Oh, we're gonna get into some shit in a second.
That's not necessarily what I want all the time.
Yeah.
But when I do, it'll be Necrophagist from now on.
It depends. As I've kind of grown up, I've kind of started to appreciate music more in that way, where. You know, like, you know, you're on a date with a girl or whatever. It's like, what do I can't play my normal music with them. So, like, I start trying to, like, you know, find something that fits the mood, the vibe, you know, whatever, versus, because, like, if I'm just going to listen to myself, you know, I'll be, like, making out listening to blast beats, you know, and it's like, that just doesn't work.
You mean a perfect date?
Yeah, right? Yeah, that would be pretty awesome.
Calling all big titty goth.
Yeah.
Ladies.
We need Craig
you don't
is
need,
open.
okay, not even just
Okay.
big titty goth, just all of.
Jeez.
If you're
ladies.
goth, just hit me up. Anyway.
Guys,
But you have to have.
If you think blast
boys.
beats are romantic, we got some guys here for you.
boys, it's June. It doesn't even need to just be.
Oh wait, you're right.
Yeah.
calling everybody.
No, not
We got
everybody.
some guys for you.
It's June. You have to be.
It's
anyway.
June.
You know what? Never mind. That's
Well,
the end of that.
You're right.
PC. You gotta keep it PC though.
But I want to circle back to what we were saying about like music that stimulates you, makes you feel. I am of 100% the exact same mindset with this, to a point of where I shit on a homie's one of his favorite albums of all time because it wasn't stimulating enough.
Unfortunately, it's like I have. If it's a slow album, I have to not be paying attention to it.
Okay, yeah,
That's kind of like one thing, because like when I listen to music, I'm like hardcore in analyzing mode.
Yeah,
you know.
oh, yeah.
And so if it's like kind of slow, mid-paced or whatever, it's like I feel like. There's nothing to like break down, you know. It's like, all right, I know what's I know what's coming next.
Yeah.
Oh, they did it. You know?
Where?
Yeah, no, honestly, 100%. Hey, Viet Cong, could you maybe change up some?
No.
Please break down.
Perfect.
Have you heard of Viet Cong?
No.
Okay.
They're not called Viet Cong anymore.
It's best we just don't talk about it. No, I'm kidding.
That was a great record.
Preoccupation.
It's
preoccupation.
It doesn't fit this vibe, I'll say that.
No.
It is not constant stimulation.
Okay, but I already
about
don't like that
Mouse?
too. I don't like the fact that they changed their name. You know what I mean? I'm referencing the record. Whatever the fuck they were called when they made that record, sure, I fuck with that. You know what I mean?
So it was at least legit because they went to, I think, Australia, and they basically flew there, got all their visas and stuff, and then there was a protest at this university or something.
You know, while he's talking about
because they wouldn't.
I'm gonna pee.
Oh, what?
They wouldn't accept that name, so they changed the name so that they wouldn't
dude, I
get
gotta
it from the
pee, too.
bill.
Make a X together.
Don't cross the street.
Wait, it's June.
They both think blast beats are romantic.
So wait, they went to Australia and then a protest happened, and then what happened?
And then they had to change their name because they were going to get kicked off the bill by this university, wherever the hell they were playing at.
And then they did change their name?
It was,
Fuck that.
It had been happening for a long time. It was becoming difficult to book international shows.
There's a bunch of bands. Fuck.
It didn't make, as someone who loves those guys, it didn't make me angry enough to like not listen to them.
No, I understand.
That was them
What made
doing
me
what's best for them, kind of.
What made me angry was the fact their albums got really shitty and boring really fast. Their name wasn't the problem. That's fine.
Imagine it could get any worse from there. I'm kidding.
No.
If you didn't like that one, you will not like the new stuff.
Okay, fair enough. I like that record.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Anyway, Necrophagist was great.
Necrophagist?
I don't know how to pronounce it. No, I don't know. How do you say it?
Necrophagist?
Phagist.
It depends on, I guess, what country you're from, too.
Yeah. I'm saying, okay, I'm pronouncing the A like that because it sounds like a...
That's just what I said.
Ottoman, brother.
Necrophilia, necrophagist. What's that mean?
Necrophilia?
No, necrophagist.
Oh, it's Latin. It means eater of the dead.
Okay,
Sick.
no, eater of the dead.
Mm-hmm.
Necrophagist. Yeah, fuck it. Hey, necrophagist. If you're listening to this, that's not how you pronounce it.
I'm pretty sure it's phagist. I'm pretty sure it is phagist.
Yeah.
But I just got used to saying it wrong, so don't quote me.
Yeah.
So we're a bunch of liars.
Basically.
No, you are the liar. Yeah. You are.
You're influencing us whenever it happens.
Yeah. No.
Lie. And bye.
Bye.
Always bye. Oh, this is really good.
By the lie.
That one's really good. They're different. These two are different.
I like this more than that.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I bought that because it was local, but I'm sorry. Lagunitas never lets me down.
Yeah.
You guys want
This one's lighter, but
What?
So who turned you on to them? Did you have like a bud?
Actually, I remember I was just digging around on YouTube and I saw some guy covering it.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, this guy's really good.
Yeah.
What band is he covering? And then that's how I found the band. And then Yeah, it's from YouTube.
That's
Nice.
Clicking around on YouTube.
Man.
Early YouTube.
Yeah.
Numa YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah, right around there.
Numa.
And how long have you been in Necrophagist?
Into them?
No, in the band. No, aren't you like? Wasn't you Wasn't that you playing guitar? Oh,
I
wait.
wish I was that
Shit.
good.
Wasn't that you on the album cover?
Damn. I'm sorry
I'm
for
just
you.
abstract art. That's who I am. Yeah,
It's not a bad thing to be.
Yeah.
You could be not abstract art. You could be in track.
I don't
art.
do drugs.
could be cubism.
I am drugs. Wait, you're Jesus Christ.
I was about to go too.
Go if you want. We don't need
So
you.
can we all just cross swords right now? Anyway,
Band piss.
right?
Wow.
So does anybody else know any random fucking bad jokes, or am I the only one that has to pull those out of my ass?
Well, yeah, so I got a question for you guys. I mean, I'm sure it would be good if Craig was here, but do any of you guys know Behold the Octopus in that?
I've heard of them, yeah.
Octopus
I only see this
or
one song where they're just like, it sounds ridiculous, and like,
I know the one you're talking about.
Yeah.
But so, like, aren't they related to someone who might be related to Obscuro? Possibly?
I don't know.
Maybe another side of all this?
They are like, to me they're like experimental, more like experimental. I don't know.
They're prog.
I have a question for
They
Craig.
really are prog.
Really? Yeah.
I represent Craig. I'm his lawyer.
I never really listened to them too much. I just saw that one YouTube video.
I've never heard of this band.
They were just another one of those things I found on like on
Can
YouTube.
you say it again?
Yeah,
What the
exactly.
fuck was it?
Behold the Octopus.
What? Like
I don't
like
know.
architect,
I don't know.
Architect
The other
and
band I listened to was
octopus.
Yes.
Architect and
Dark
octopus.
Angel.
The one on that compilation tribute album.
I just remember.
Nice.
And Flotsam and Jetsam was on there.
Oh, okay, cool. Nice.
Not really death metal.
They're like thrash, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interessante.
Metal is kind of interesting. There's so many subgenres.
That's why it's been
Like
enough
metal
to
and-
keep me interested this whole time, because yeah, it just spins off into so many different subgenres.
You got metal and
Bro.
like EDM have so many subgenres.
Yeah.
Okay, so the second time I listened to Cryptopsy, and I knew, like, okay, the first time I listened to them was at that show, and the live sound was bad in comparison to Obituary and Cannibal Corpse. The sound of Cryptopsy was I fucking hate them. They're probably dumb. Fuck that band. But then but I listened to the record and I'm like, wait, this sounds really good in the studio, to be fair, but I just went to one show, so it doesn't matter. But the studio shit sounds really good. That really broadened the spectrum for me for metal. And I don't know, it kind of put it into perspective of like, oh yeah, I don't know, fucking, let's say, right, metal started with maybe Black Sabbath. You know, it wasn't even metal then, but it was really slow.
They
but
would call it that. I mean, they called Led Zeppelin metal.
I would say it's a transition.
Yeah,
Led
Guns N'
Zeppelin.
Roses was called metal.
But back in the day,
That's-
though, again, conceptually, like, it didn't get harder than Deep Purple and Black Sabbath
exactly.
in the early 70s.
yeah,
so-
that's what people don't understand. They like
so not
don't
even-
realize that was like the
That was it. That was as fast and hard
The
as it got.
surprising thing is not how brutal these bands are. The surprising thing is how diverse the sound is within metal.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, oh shit.
So-
There's a difference between this, and then to a normie, it's still just.
It's back.
Noise.
Anyway,
He was talking about the music
Cryptopsy
you write.
and diversifying your ear.
Oh man.
And they sound like shit live, but the studio shit was pretty good.
They're another super stable point for. I don't know that I call them technical death metal. But
I was saying I'm just saying death metal at this
Yeah,
point.
it's
You know
just
what I mean? But
real deal, just angry Canadians.
okay. And one last point about the live sound, and specifically with them, it was a death metal band, or they are a death metal band.
Yeah.
That in a live setting,
Yeah.
sound like a thrash metal band, and the sound is just harsh and unpleasant because it's too high and too muddy. I would want more bass in the muddiness versus the high gain. Treble muddiness is
it's
static.
funny you talk about that. Because when I saw...
It wasn't the performance, it wasn't the execution, it was literally the sound.
So when I saw Origin, he was running... What was he running?
Paul was using a... It was 8 total Mesa Boogie 412 cabs.
What? 8 of them.
8 of them.
What?
Ocho.
Yeah. 2 on one side.
And they were all plugged in.
No, 4 on
four on one side, 4 on the other. Ocho. 8.
Oh, that's a lot. Oh, was it 4 or was it 8?
It was a lot.
I think it was 8.
I'm gonna go pee.
And he had Mesa Dual Rex.
Well, he was rocking a rectifier preamp rack that had gone down,
and he brought the actual head in
for a backup, for a spare. Yeah.
Okay. So these guys were playing, and I thought they had pretty good tone, and I was like, yeah, this shit sounds good. And then there's this crazy fuck up that happened. I don't know, but and Craig was working. I think you were working your booth, so you didn't actually. I don't know if you noticed this or not when Origin played. Their microphone for the cab was not on the cab all the way, and someone,
the sound guy taped it on.
Like halfway through the show, walks up and tapes it on there. And it just started sounding horrid.
Like on the mic head?
So no, well, it wouldn't even matter. It was, imagine you went and saw the show, and the guitar was the only thing not mic'd. But he was running out of 4 or 8 cabinets.
Well, I mean, it was one of the Sennheiser 609 mics, you know, the ones that you can hang.
Yeah, you just
yeah. And it was initially on a... No, it wasn't initially on a stand. He literally taped it to the cab. It fell off, the tape ripped off, and it was literally something like close to...
There's no sound coming out of that mic.
The whole song goes by and nothing changes, and then they started the next song after that, and the sound guy still never... I think he probably just fucked up.
It was like halfway through the show.
Yeah, it was really
And then they walk up and tape it on, but what was sad was that it sounded actually pretty good.
There's enough stage volume.
Unmiked. And we started micing it.
That many cabs. I guess you
once
can pull
they
it
mic'd it, it was so harsh that I couldn't. Like, I thought Craig's band sounded better, like in terms of tonality, because it was just so much more balanced and not like. Once he mic'd it, it was way too much.
I don't think that venue was prepared to deal with something like that. To be honest.
I don't think so either. It's a cool venue, but it's cool for like local rock shit. And this was at Scout Bar in Houston, which is really good for like up and coming locals or like people coming, small bands. But I mean, fucking Morbid Angel was playing there, and there was enough. I mean,
they sounded really good that night.
I had to leave, and I felt bad because I didn't want to leave because my friend, I was with a buddy of mine, and he was like falling asleep. I was like, "Fuck!" He's like, "I gotta go, bro." And I was like, headlines. I was like, "Bro, Morbid's about to play." He's like, "No, I have to go." I was like, "All right, you fuck." I hate that situation.
Just bailed on you.
That's why I drive myself now everywhere, because that way I can do. Or just rely on Craig.
This was after it really rad tour. Steve Tucker came back, so they played like Gateways to Annihilation tunes and stuff like that, and it was a really rad run. It's one of those things where it's like they didn't play a single track off of Altars of Madness, and it was just like a lot of really
tour, like
well, no. It was the tour was for Disdain, Kingdom's Disdain, which was Tucker's first record back with Morbid after David Vincent had taken off, and that was I learned so many wild things about like just I guess at that point we'd only ever done one other like major tour. We supported 6 Feet Under in Europe for like 2 weeks, and that was a lot of fun. But it was very kind of disconnected because Chris kind of sat in the
I imagine.
And but I talked with Marco, Lord Marco as they call him, and then Jeff Hugel.
Which Marco?
Marco
Polo?
I don't know.
Marco Miniman?
Pizzarelli, whatever.
Sorry.
And it was a really rad tour, but like the Europe stuff is very. It's not as hands-on. Like in the U.S., like a band like us could never be on like a bus, you know, where it was like the Europe thing. We did the bus with all the supporting bands around.
What do you mean a bus? Like
a tour bus? Like a tour bus, like a
like a big guy,
like the big guys,
right on.
with the sleeper kind of things and stuff like that.
So what do you mean?
So it was the support bands all in the one bus, and then it was 6 Feet Under in the other bus, and like I said, it was just a different
that's kind of cute.
It was cool.
I was like, a little bit of charity.
Yeah,
right, you know.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. This is kind of fun. When I first met Craig, and we were talking, two bands got brought up to where like, I had brought up Riverside, and Craig was like, yeah. And I was like, you know Riverside? And he's like, yeah, of course. And I was like, the first person met, and then. We're talking later on, and he said like, yeah, I opened for like 6 Feet Under, and I was like, oh yeah, those guys are fucking rad. And he's like, you really know 6 Feet Under? I was like, yeah, I do. Like I really do. Like I was like, that's the dude from Cannibal. It's the second band, like fucking Nasty. And he's like, yeah. He's like, that is the. He's like, I opened for him. I was like, that's nasty, bro.
It was a
good days, bro.
Cheers, Craig.
Cheers to Craig for knowing good music.
I don't know about that, Chief, but
I'm gonna send it over here.
Hey,
fuck yeah.
To the air.
To the hair. Yeah.
To the air. Guys, this has been really fun.
This is good.
Yeah, this is a really
you know what? I wanna.
We've spent
leave
like
this
the
off.
whole podcast talking about metal. That's awesome. That's more metal than most metal bands.
Yeah, this is pretty metal. This episode's pretty metal. I'm trying to remember a song.
I highly recommend any viewers to look up all of the bands mentioned tonight.
Any favorites that are just on the top of your mind? Anybody want to check out?
No, I mean, if you guys are all like about the prog, I mean, you already mentioned it, but Planetary Duality is a great album to definitely listen to.
Planetary Duality by
The Faceless.
The Faceless.
That's actually
and The Faceless is a prog.
Prog
really prog death metal.
Progressive death metal, yeah.
Progressive death metal, not tech death metal.
Yeah.
So okay, the kick drums. They don't sound like basketballs, or do they sound like basketballs?
That sounds like sick drum tones.
Yeah.
So yes.
No. Is it roomy or is
no?
Like,
I mean, it's tight.
Okay,
it's that's the whole thing.
As tight as like a fucking tech death.
It sounds kind of like the Necrophagist drums.
Okay, okay. Then never mind.
A little bit more sub to it though.
Oh, ooh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay.
So
yeah, a little bit of 808s in there.
Yeah.
But like I don't know. Anyway, I don't know what this.
The only downside I think to what some tech death can kind of have sometimes is the mix style. Where the Necrophagist, it actually sounds fairly natural by comparison.
It's pretty organic.
Like
So this is more post production sounds in The Faceless, or
there's like some vocoder, like kind of like effects going on. And more like atmosphere, so like more like reverby, kind of like weird spacey, very spacey sound.
In post.
Yeah.
I guess, but I'm sure you pull it off live.
Okay.
Pedals and stuff.
Yeah.
I really like. I kicked the shit out of myself. I known that Michael Keenan was going through a lot of issues with heroin for a while, and so when it was in Becoming a Ghost, was that the something?
To be honest with you, the Planetary is the only album I really listened to.
Okay, totally fair. Yeah,
the other ones, everyone's got their demons, and
of course,
so for me it affected.
I haven't even heard that record yet, but damn, okay.
To the demons,
but for me the music suffered.
That's sad. That is very sad.
It did until that album. I slept on that album because I hadn't thought that it was going to be worth it because of that, and I was sitting there with a buddy that was telling me that apparently they did a Depeche Mode cover on that record.
Yeah, well, see, because you guys are from the proggy background, it's even going more so in your direction in that instance.
Yeah.
Whereas for me, it's kind of going farther away from I gotta like the more death metal side of the element. But that's why that album's the perfect balance.
Yes,
where I get what I want, but then it lets me go somewhere else too. But then it comes back to come back home.
The sound of your while you're breathing into you should wait, come closer to the mic and put that on the mic.
Yeah.
You have to. You don't have a choice.
Well, like say
Closer.
Yeah,
No, don't say anything. Go.
I want that to be a ringtone.
So I have a question. You mentioned you exclusively drink out of the thermos. Is there a reason why it's exclusive?
I've wasted way too much plastic drinking out of single-use plastic bottles.
Yes. I also exclusively drink out of beer cans.
God damn it!
Recyclable.
It's one of those things where it's just like
Fuck.
I told my mom.
Too bad you can't
never
travel
buys-
with those. You
I
can't
told my
travel.
mom-
I mean, you know, it would have to be empty.
I told her if she ever buys a fucking 32 pack of water bottles again, I was like,
Did we?
you
Did
have
I
to give
clip
me
the
like
no?
$10.
Okay.
And every time,
You're good.
Oh, that's good.
I was like, no. I was like, you just reuse it. Too much plastic.
Yeah, and again, it's one of those like, in my mind, it's like if I can do one little thing, I'll feel just that much better about just.
Oh yeah.
Strange, isn't it? That's what motivates you.
Yeah.
But goddamn, something, and it is, valid.
It's so I can put ice cubes
What,
in this. It's so
Trevor?
hard.
What are you gonna say, Trevor? What? You wanna fight? Let's stop recording and fight.
Texas wants to burn the earth. That's what's happening right now.
Oh,
Well, I don't want to burn the earth.
damn.
Burn the Earth is actually a great song from an album we did.
Are you Death Clock?
Death Clock.
Yeah, Death Clock.
What song?
Burn the Earth. We did Death Album 2, which is brutal. Oh, love it.
You know, they're making a movie.
Yeah,
And they're making a new...
We should watch that.
I bet it's gonna be brutal.
new series.
It's gonna be brutal.
Well, it's gotta be better than Death Album 3. Because I wasn't a big fan of that.
not
one.
gonna
I only really like the first one.
That's what I said. I do. So again, not to like shit on.
But you hate this band.
I think
Yeah.
Death Album 1 and
Once
2,
again-
I think he had too much on his plate because you got to like make a whole TV show on top of now write a good record too. Just writing a good record is more.
Nah,
like
dude, fuck you. You can't write a good record.
I like how you describe Death Album 1 as being like a pure
It's a death metal album.
album, and whereas Death Album 2 is a little bit more of just like a metal album.
Yeah.
That's what I heard from an interview with Dave Mustaine, actually, of all people. He said, so, like your first record, you have all the time in the world to put together. But then after that, you got to start pumping them out, and it's like you don't have that luxury of time, to craft like the perfect record anymore.
Sounds like a great excuse for some shitty music, Dave. Not kidding.
Well, their albums got better.
They're a little busy talking to
I would agree with
kids and.
The kids.
Hey, speaking of which, our next guest, David Elfson.
Oh, wait. Who?
You mean the guy that was in our music video?
Wait, who?
My hero.
Oh.
David Elfson. The Megadeth bassist.
You
were serious.
Yeah. No, yeah.
I forgot you're a little silly.
Yeah.
He's probably available for booking.
I would imagine he's got some free time.
I think he does. But I bet a lot of people want him. Maybe not. Probably not.
Maybe not now. After,
Give it
the thing.
Give it a lot. He's already old, bro. He's done.
Nah, he probably shouldn't be playing anymore.
Yeah.
Nah, decided.
He's been excommunicated.
I wonder what's gonna happen.
Gulag. Anyway.
The Gulag. Who does he have to battle in the Gulag, bro?
Time.
No, bro. He's gonna battle.
He's just gonna.
guy in jail.
What guy in jail?
The black comedian.
Oh, Cosby.
Yeah, he's gonna.
Jesus. No. You know what? There should be put in a situation. No. It's not a fight between them.
No.
We're just gonna watch them be like murdered the fuck out.
That's
like,
not fair to David Ellison. Like by comparison to Bill Cosby, he did nothing wrong.
Okay.
Man.
Comparison to Bill Cosby.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
he should probably be.
Okay, I got a better one.
Okay,
David and Louis C.K.
That's a fair
That's a fair fight.
That's a fair
That's
All right,
you know
all
what?
right, give
The
them some
loser of that
guns.
fight
Send them to the
is gonna fucking
gulag.
die.
Let them battle it out.
I think my money's on Dave. Like
To win that fight?
Yeah, like
I mean, if they're fighting, you know.
Bro, Louis might hit the corner and just toss a grenade. Wait and see what happens.
What's the gulag?
I feel-
I'm really confused.
Oh, that's like
Craig,
a
you have a PS5. You're one of few with a PS5 and you don't know what the gulag is?
No.
It's a Soviet prison.
Oh my god. A Soviet prison?
Yeah.
Oh, my god. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, what does this have to do with a PS5?
More beer, dude? What the fuck?
I'm fucking down.
Or are we?
Alright, now I'll explain.
Oh.
So, in Call of Duty Warzone, you know, like the, what do you call it? When the thing closes in?
You're looking at me for Call of Duty facts? Are you crazy?
What's those games?
You're
like
so alone right now.
Those
You're
games
so
like-
alone right now.
The games like
I'm lost
Fortnite, where the shit closes in.
That's
Like some Hunger Games shit.
Like
Like some Last Man Standing shit.
Yeah. The name of that I don't know, but
Anyway,
there are games now where
you
you
can
drop
see how much we game, guys.
you drop into a map and then it slowly closes in on you, and then either you die or you're the last
Yes.
person when the fucking
So,
map closes in on you.
In the new, before Cold War, Warfare, Call of Duty Warfare,
Not the actual Cold War.
yeah. There's that mode, whatever it's called. I think it's called Warfare. And if you die, you get sent to the Gulag, which is a map, like a tiny little map from Modern Warfare 2. And you and another person who's recently died get to duke it out one-on-one.
Jokes.
And the winner gets to get back in the game. The loser's done. So Louis C.K. and David Ellison get to battle it out as to who gets their career back.
But outside of video games, it's
I'm not saying they won't lose again, but they might. I mean, it would be entertaining. I think you're right, though. I think my money would be on Dave.
yes. I don't even know what what Dave looks like. Oh, like physically right now. I know he's
better than Louis.
I would imagine, because Louis C.K. kind of looks like shit. I feel like any one of us can beat Louis C.K. in a fight, maybe. Like, how old is he? How old is Louis C.K.?
It's not about how old he is. It's about how much he weighs.
So do we call him here and we beat up Louis C.K.?
I think we're gonna beat up Louis C.K. Just
That's
not even about him being guilty
here,
or
but
not
okay.
guilty. We're just gonna beat him up.
just to make sure we know we can do it. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm gonna start like seriously working out just in case.
You have to beat up Louis C.K.
Get that
one day.
phone call.
I think we're gonna have to beat him up.
But my worst case scenario, like if you think about it, like you guys got to beat up Louis C.K. Okay, fine. You know, I get it. EMG, I got it. You got the call. I gotta do it, bro. You know, management call. You gotta do
Content.
So now
my hands are tied.
Yeah,
my
what's
hands
up?
are tied.
If
Dude,
if he FaceTimes me with the makeup on and says, "You gotta be there," all right, God. Now, my worst case scenario is like you two calling sick or something, and I have to worry about like, oh, there's a chance I could lose this. You know, I gotta make sure that I'm steroided out. So from this point on, we're all on steroids.
I have confidence in everybody in this band.
I don't.
And
We all are taking steroids until we actually have to duke it out with Louis C.K.
How tall is he? I don't give a fuck.
It's not about how tall he is; it's about how wide he is.
Yeah, okay,
You know, 'cause
but
it could be a barrier. It could be tough.
yeah, but
He could absorb blows and blow them back out. We don't know.
The power of Louis C.K.
He might look good, bro. He might look fucking crazy, bro.
did you guys play Yu-Gi-Oh or Pokemon?
Oh,
Both.
Yeah, both.
Yu-Gi-Oh or Pokemon? How about
Both.
that? Okay, I was definitely a Yu-Gi-Oh
Craig
guy.
was probably a Digimon
Yu-Gi-Oh!
guy.
The card game, and then Pokemon for like the video.
Really?
I mean, yeah, no, definitely.
I never played Pokemon the card game.
I'm so proud of you.
Me neither. Okay, so that's the question. The card game, at least.
Both.
Both.
Oh.
Yeah, same.
What do you think? We're nerds?
But there's no Yu-Gi-Oh! Video game.
No, there is not.
Yes,
And
there are.
it would,
Card game.
it would be
several.
shitty. They would be,
But nothing like the Pokemon games.
No,
You know, nothing at all like that.
No, dude.
No, but they get the Yu-Gi-Oh game pretty good.
Is it?
Yes.
Probably not.
It's Game Boy Advance.
Like
time.
I'm a fan, and I'm
Dude, there's a
saying
game.
it's shit.
Look, all right, I have it. As soon as this podcast ends, I will pull it up. I have it on my laptop. It's Yu-Gi-Oh! And the Seven Trials of Glory, and it's basically you just play Yu-Gi-Oh!
Time to duel.
Yeah, dick yourself.
Okay. Damn. Well, I guess we're gonna have to check this out.
That's an interesting game. All right.
Dude, you can. I'm not bullshitting. This is a real thing. You can duel like a dog.
This is also
Take a dog?
No, duel a dog.
Wait. Is this?
I don't want to do that.
Why would you?
Why are you trying to show us this game?
Please show us this game. Wait, no, what the fuck? But wait, is this Yu-Gi-Oh or like Grand Theft Auto?
It's Yu-Gi-Oh!
But you're battling a dog. Why would you?
You can also do a cat.
Can you also beat up a prostitute in Yu-Gi-Oh?
I mean, you can duel them. It's that kind of beat them up.
Huh?
My blue eyes white dragon just fucking.
One serious question. One serious question.
Okay, that's the one thing about Yu-Gi-Oh! I didn't fucking understand.
Piece of shit. Just shut the fuck up.
Like, how are these motherfuckers gonna have moves?
What's the album for next week?
Oh my god. You know what, guys? This has been a very difficult one for me because
I bet. I bet this was a hard conversation to have. No.
Yeah, I know. This is actually a.
It's really rough talking in front of the camera, guys.
What's it called where you sit down and you tell someone they're an alcoholic?
An intervention.
God damn it!
This is an intervention of what?
Another one?
Are you okay?
What's the album?
Oh, so I wanted to pick a prog album.
Nice.
Because I wanted to get some legit prog going in, and it was a lot of thinking, and I wanted to do something that probably most people would didn't just know off the top of their head. Or
the NSYNC self-titled
No
album.
strings attached?
Yeah.
Or just in sync?
Oh, just NSYNC.
NSYNC, yeah. NSYNC by NSYNC. That's the album. No. Next week, we are going to cover Relayer by Yes.
Oh, thank God.
Oh,
Yes.
look at that.
There you
One
go.
of the best things ever written.
Wow, okay.
Yes. So,
I love it.
Okay.
a lot of homework. 3 songs.
Nice.
A lot of homework.
They're dense.
Okay.
It's about 45 minutes long.
Just as long as it's not thick as a brick, I'm fucking
It's
happy.
better.
I took it back. We're doing.
Thick as a brick too!
We're definitely doing.
Dude,
Jethro Tull.
imagine Jethro Tull breaking up and then calling it Jethro Tull 2.
Yo, guess what?
Fuck this, I'm
Guess
out.
what? That's what happened. And Ian Anderson released Thick as a Brick too.
Oh,
As
but-
Ian
but-
Anderson,
but
as Ian Anderson's Jethro Tull. Thick as a brick too.
Will, I can't imagine the trauma you're experiencing right now.
it's not trauma.
You know,
it's,
he's saying this, but we put on Thick as a Brick on tour, and me and Craig were like, hey, let's see if Will notices. And then halfway through the song, we were like, Will, what do you think of this song? And you were like, yeah, it's pretty good, you know? So I think
that doesn't change the
Well, I am the
Jethro
liar.
Tull 2 thing.
Do you remember
That's
remember when we listened to Thick as a Brick, going through Austin, Texas, The Attorney That Rocks, right up there on the billboard? That was a glorious moment.
The Attorney That Rocks.
Dave,
I remember that guy.
whatever the shit.
I remember that guy.
The
Love
Attorney
Dave.
That Rocked. Did you guys listen to his music?
Oh, he doesn't have music, he just rocks.
He just has dreadlocks.
That's it.
He just has fake dreadlocks on.
And a lot of gray.
Yep, and he rocks.
That sounds like me on Halloween when I was in a hot dog costume and also a big reggae hat with fake dreads on it.
Can I leave?
Well, there you have it, folks. Thanks
Reggae
so
hot
much
dog.
for watching the episode. If you have any music videos, weddings, or general guitar playing that needs to be done, please contact Chris. I will have all of his...
Or vocals, apparently.
Or vocals, yes.
Or whatever.
He will make up lyrics for you.
Mid-tour
need
guitar
anything,
stand-in?
If you need to buy some milk, if you just need...
I'll have all of his info and contacts
Pizza delivery.
in our description section of the video.
Chuck E. Cheese.
Thanks so much
supporting.
again for being here with us.
Thanks for having me, guys.
And thank you
our
for
video.
flying out.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of effort,
Yeah.
and it was
Yeah.
totally worth it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Very, very cool.
But please, go fuck yourself.
And their episode's up.
God, I hate Trevor. Bye!
Bye.
Bye.